Hello, everybody, and welcome to the September 14th episode of the Saving Progress podcast. I, as always, am your host, Michael A.L. Fox, here with my good friend, Northernlion.
I'm a dragon.
That's your impression of me.
No, he obviously said he's a dragon.
Well, I mean...
Welcome to the September episode 14th. Is that what you said?
September 14th edition.
You just said episode.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It does matter. The two carry very different meanings.
You said I was a dragon.
You are a dragon.
You are a dragon.
I'm a drag queen. There's a big difference.
1988. You're the dragon, baby.
That is You're the Dragon. It made, like, when you get, like, Chinese food with your friends, it was, like, really stupid. It's like, what year are you? Oh, I'm You're the Dragon. Oh, me too.
No,
yeah, but...
like, my brother's like, he's like, you're the rabbit. I'm like, freaking pansy.
Hey, man, no, what do you call it? Monty Python, the rabbit. Remember?
Yeah, but my brother's never seen that, so he doesn't know.
Oh, so okay. Don't let him watch it, then.
If the Chinese zodiac was like rock, scissors, paper, I'm pretty sure dragon would be the dynamite that just beats everything.
Yeah, and then explodes.
It's rock, paper, scissors. It's not rock, scissors, paper.
We used to call it scissors, paper, rock.
That's stupid. That is backwards and dumb.
That is bass-ackwards.
I like that.
A fish.
Thank you.
Bass-ackwards.
Yeah.
Yo, playing this week, we got G-Unit opening up for Bass-ackwards.
Why would G-Unit open us up for bass-ackwards?
When was the last time you heard
They really
G-Unit
went down the
album?
tubes. I don't know. I have no idea.
Bass-ackwards is on the rise. G-Unit's a supernovaing star, man.
They were too good to stay.
So why do the good ones always die young?
They just fade away, man.
R.I.P. 50 Cent.
Yeah, Young Buck.
That dude's pretty rich, 50 Cent. I didn't know if you know that.
Yeah, he made vitamin water.
Yeah, he invested like $1 million or something for like a 50% stake, and then turns out vitamin water ended up hitting it pretty big.
That's a pretty expensive stake.
Wait, did Coca-Cola buy vitamin water after, or how did that go? Because Coca
I think
owns it.
afterwards.
Yeah, I was going to say, they don't need 50 Cent investing in their products. Coca.
50 Cent's a pretty intelligent dude.
Huh? I don't know about that.
He's
seriously.
Nice.
He does like interviews and stuff, and he's all like, yeah, and I don't know. He talks a lot about finance and stuff. It was really kind of
remember
weird.
There was a post
video?
on Reddit that was like this anecdotal story about 50 Cent where the guy ordered, or like he was next to 50 Cent at a restaurant or something, and 50 Cent ordered grapefruit juice, and when it came, it was like orange, and then 50 Cent was like, "Yo, I ordered grapefruit juice. Why is this orange?" And the waiter's trying to explain, like, that grapefruit isn't the same as grape. And he's like, grapefruit. I know grapes are a fruit. They're purple.
Purple drink.
Maybe I was completely wrong. There is one video. He's like on MSNBC or something like that, and he's talking about his investments and shit. He sounded intelligent, but apparently if the man doesn't know what the hell a grapefruit is, then...
I mean, this is just on Reddit, so who knows, but...
Yeah. I fucking hate Reddit lately. It's really pissing me off.
Root.
No, he did the video. Remember, you guys know Pruane?
Yeah.
And he did a video with him, and he did a video with that kid that lip syncs.
That guy's like 40 years old. That like midget who does the lip syncing and dancing.
He's not that old. I know he looks younger
than
he is. I thought he was just like a teenager or something.
No, man, he's an adult. He has like some kind of developmental disorder.
Oh wow.
Andy Milonakis?
No, but
that guy's similar. He was in Waiting. That's a good movie. Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
Hey everybody, welcome to the September 14th edition of the Saving Progress podcast.
Yeah, always making me seem like the guy who takes it off track.
That's your character.
You're the wild card.
Yeah, you're the wild card.
I'm wild card, bitches.
Josh is like the straight man.
No, I thought Josh was the brains or the
my
muscle.
affiliation for sexual orientation is straight, yes.
Josh is the muscle. I want you guys to fight over who's the muscle and who's the brain.
I don't give a shit.
Can I just be the looks? And then he could be.
I'm the looks. I'm the looks.
You're not the looks.
I'm the wild card and the looks.
You can't take both.
I'll give you the wild look.
that's kind of Alright, I can't argue with that, though.
Anyways, so I'm going to start this off and say, Ryan, what have you been playing this week?
We want to... Okay, well, we're going to be here for a while.
We missed... You guys have any administrative notes?
I don't have any administrative notes.
Everyone's banned from the forums. No, I'm just kidding.
I've been posting a lot more on the forums as I play more and more games, and I'm like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing in these games. Please help me out.
I've been working on stuff in the background. I haven't been on the forums in a little while. I apologize for that personally, but you know, software stuff. You guys, nobody cares about that.
Software stuff.
Software people care about software stuff.
I guess. Do you think Gandhi cares about software?
Yeah, isn't he dead?
Yeah.
Isn't he dead?
Isn't he been dead for
Dude,
a
used to
while?
be a
Yeah, quite a
businessman.
long time.
So why is Fox worried about him?
Because he's the wild card.
God
I
damn.
want to go to heaven.
All right. Anyways, are you gonna give us administrative notes or no?
So there's no administrative notes.
Personally,
There is
no,
no-
it's
there
just
is zero
background
definition.
stuff. Nothing to announce, really. Not yet, anyway. So
Why'd you bring it up then, motherfucker?
Because I thought you motherfuckers might have some.
What the hell would we
surprises.
do in terms of you're the administrator.
Not really. Yeah, sort of.
You facilitate.
Wait, who's in charge here? Okay. Anyways, nothing. Well, next week and then we'll have something to say next week. Anyways, hold your horses until then.
They've been holding for like 5 weeks,
I
man.
know.
Yeah, these horses are held.
Firm.
What?
And tight.
We're talking about horses still,
Like-
right?
Yeah.
White knuckled.
Good old horse pussy.
Have you guys seen that video where the guy gets fucked by a horse?
Yeah.
Which one?
There's
Oh
more
my
than
God.
one.
But seriously, yeah, which one?
No,
I've seen a lot.
I heard
The
it
one
was
where
like.
the dude, like, he's bent over and then the other dude, like, shoves the horse cock in his ass.
What kind of person does that?
Well, they're,
apparently-
like, they're tag teaming it, I guess. Like, they need one person to hold the dick and, like, guide it in, and then one person to be the ass.
And the
I
guy
thought like
is
one
just
dude
like.
was just being a dick and put like the horse dick into the butt.
No. It's like the dude helped. There was a third party member who guided the horse dick into the dude's ass.
Yeah.
So the three parties are the horse and the two dudes.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
And then the
guy-
horse just, like, starts going crazy. Like, it's the tightest he's ever had. And then it comes in, like, 2 seconds and just, like, comes all over the dude's back, and then the guy dies. Like, not on camera.
You know, I heard he
dies
died
later.
like 2 or 3 days later, and I know this is probably completely false, but somebody told me, it's like, that guy had like 2 or 3 kids, and he worked for NASA, and shit,
Oh, come
and he was
on.
too ashamed to go to the hospital and admit what had happened.
I don't know about that part.
I know that's not true, but I like to think it is.
That was actually how Neil Armstrong died.
Oh,
Too soon.
Neil
like it.
Armstrong fucked to death by a horse. YouTube video here.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Neil Armstrong gets fucked to death by a horse.
How
Seriously,
did
though, that
Michael
horse had no
Jackson
stamina. He's
die?
got to work on that.
Yeah. Anyways, video games. Hey, you guys remember those?
No.
Fun times,
No,
good times,
not really.
video games.
You guys want to talk about video games?
Yeah, let's talk about a little bit of some video games.
You don't want to talk about 50 Cent's business decisions or a guy getting fucked to death by a horse anymore?
I choose
Not right. I mean, we covered them. I feel like we can move on
All
from
right.
there.
business
Bigger and better things.
ethics.
Yeah.
Is Fox
Busy
doing
Billy,
things?
Billy Madison.
Is
Yeah.
he talking?
Yeah, I was
he's
trying
talking.
to.
He turned into a robot for a second.
All right. Anyways, so let's we'll do you mind if we start with you?
We can
Right.
start with me. I got a lot of games to cover, though.
Yeah, that's cool. I like when you cover games.
All right, so I'm going to talk about some stuff that, like, I'm going to break it up into games that I've been playing that I don't want to talk too much about for one reason or another, and games that I've been playing that we're going to talk maybe a little bit more about,
Okay.
if that's cool with you.
Ready, break.
Okay, so, Intrusion 2, I've been playing. This just came out on Steam. It's like a keyboard and mouse run and gun style game, kind of like Contra, 2D
Yes.
side-scrolling, action shoot 'em up. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of that.
That's the end. It's
It's $10
so is it
on
like
Steam. It's pretty crazy.
Is it good? Yeah.
Like, it started out and it was like a little bit awkward, and the music is just like the same like nu metal bullshit going on over and over, and the graphics look a little bit amateurish. And I was like, I don't know, I could just play Contra. And then on like the second level, you shoot a dude off of a enormous wolf, and then you start riding the wolf, and that becomes like your mount for the whole level. And I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Intrusion 2, $10 on Steam. You can ride wolves.
Okay.
The level design's pretty cool. Anyway, it's not.
Yeah, I like the art style.
wolf.
I mean, you mentioned it looked amateurish. It looks pretty good, I think.
I don't think it looks good.
Well, I'm looking at like the stills, so maybe it doesn't look good in action. But
That could be concept
pictures.
art.
The wolf looks pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, the wolf control's worse, but it's still fun. I don't know about you guys. Like, are you familiar with To the Moon?
I have
I was
heard
looking at
plenty and more things about the game. I haven't. Well, it's like quote unquote game, right?
Yeah, it's like an
What?
interactive narrative.
But it's good.
Yeah, I beat it in like a single sitting. So the way that To the Moon works is, in case you're not familiar with the story, it's basically like you play as like these two doctors who work for this organization, and what the organization does is they can grant like a dying patient or a dying person one last wish. And the way that they do this is they like get the wish from them, and then they start going like backwards through the patient's memories, and eventually they end up at like the patient's childhood, and in their childhood they kind of have to like give the kid the influence to eventually accomplish that dream that the adult, like, dying person wants to have happen. So, in To the Moon, the guy's wish is that he wants to be an astronaut and go to the moon. So you have to, like, go back in time until he's a kid, and then, like, make him become an astronaut. Like, influence his life so that he becomes an astronaut and eventually, you know, maybe accomplishes his goal. But, yeah, it's really good. The story is fantastic. Gameplay is underwhelming. It's kind of like... It's like every level is a fetch quest, but it's not frustrating. Like, all the elements are really easy, and there's a little bit of puzzling too, but like very, very basic puzzling. The reason you're going to play this game is for the story, and the story is indeed like truly touching. And
Did you cry?
I didn't cry.
You wanted to.
I probably could have. I was distracted, like doing other stuff at exactly the same time. So.
Beating it to
I wasn't
man
beating. You
dying
can't
by
beat
the
it
horse.
to the moon, man. That game will suck.
I
the
know.
testosterone
Yeah,
out
obviously,
of
you didn't beat it to the moon. You probably just had, you got your second monitor, and so you probably had the dude getting pounded by the horse.
I was I was running to the moon in 3000 by 1580.
Did you, when you were playing to the moon?
Yeah.
Did you imagine that the dying person
Yes,
was?
I
Jeff
did
Osborne?
imagine it was Jeff Osborne.
I was waiting to bring that up. Thank you.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Great.
So to the moon, worth it?
Yeah, I mean, it's $10. You're going to get like 4 hours of enjoyment out of it. Keep in mind when you're buying it, it's only the story you're buying it for. You're basically paying for like a 4-hour-long movie that you play.
Yeah.
Music is really, really good in it, by the way, too.
Is it like really text heavy?
Yeah, extremely.
I feel bad saying that. I'm like, oh god damn, read it and hate it. But then like I'll just like sit in bed and also read a book too. So yeah, maybe I'll get it and just I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
gonna be a wild card this time. No
Hey,
one knows if
hey.
I'm gonna get it or not. Hey, I'm taking it. All right. So To the Moon, worth it if you want to have a 4-hour movie. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Next.
interactive games can be fun. Hotel Dusk, Room 215. That's mostly just like talking and shit, and that's like a really good game. So don't be the negative Nancy, okay?
I'll do my
All right.
best.
Thanks.
I'm not talking to Ryan. I'm talking to Smith. Ryan, you're cool.
Oh.
Smith, you suck.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
None of this humor is gonna fly in the actual recording. But it's funny because like Fox is lagging out a little bit for us right now, so you're like one every 4 words, and then it's just like, oh, okay. You can like try to piece together the whole sentence from that.
Motherfuckers.
All right. Yeah, it's cool, Fox. I'm sure whatever you said is really intelligent and worthwhile.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
What
think
else
they
you
heard
play?
that.
I also played games that I'm not going to talk a lot about. I played Closure. It's a new puzzle platformer on Steam. Basically, what you do in that game is like you manipulate light, and like the way it'll work is imagine like a standard level, and your only objective is to like get to the door. So imagine it like fully lit, and it's like a flat level. You just walk to the right to get to the door, but there's like a big pillar in the middle that you can't jump over or otherwise get around. So if it was like fully lit, there's no way for you to get around that. But the way that Closure does it is if you can't see it, it's not there, if that makes any sense. So what you could do is kind of like manipulate light in such a way that you light the platforms around the pillar, but don't actually light the pillar. And then instead of that pillar, there would just be like a big black gap in the middle of the level that you could then jump over and just finish the level like that.
Oh, okay. So it does a lot with light and shadows, and if shadows is taking over an actual obstacle, then you feel free to go right through it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like the abyss. So it does. Okay. It plays around with that in a lot of cool ways. I haven't spent too much time with it, only a couple of hours, but that's, again, as you might expect, $10 on Steam, and I've put up a video of it earlier this week. I think it's a cool title. Weirdly enough, it's created by, at least one of the two guys was Tyler Glale, who also worked with Edmund McMillan on some of the games that came out in the Basement Collection.
Oh, very nice.
Weird, right? I played a little bit of Gateways, which just came out on Steam today. That is a...
Was that the 2D Portal?
It's 2D Portal, basically.
Okay.
It's like 2D Portal, like instead of just being like get to the end of the level and then we'll give you like a new test chamber, it frames it kind of like a Metroidvania. So you have like this huge like labyrinthine map, and some areas of it are going to be inaccessible given the equipment that you have. But it's like you solve a puzzle, get a new piece of equipment, and then you can like backtrack and explore some stuff that you weren't able to get around otherwise.
Right. I watched some video footage of this game, and it really kind of messed with my head.
Oh, really?
A little bit. Yeah, because I didn't... Well, from someone who's not playing the game, and just seeing like the screen just kind of break apart into like different segments, and then your dude like walks to like one side of the screen, and suddenly like he appears in the other. It was a lot for me to like comprehend what was going on. Is it anything like that when you're actually playing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the thing that's weird about it is it's not like Portal in the sense that you just throw like a blue and an orange portal and you just see a blue and an orange oval on your like screen. Instead, like when you shoot a portal at an object, the display sort of changes around that portal to what it will be when you go through, if that makes sense. So like you don't see the wall anymore if you shoot a portal at the wall. You see where you will go when you go through the portal. So it's almost like it actually like tears open the fabric of space and allows you to walk, like teleport basically. So yeah, it can be a little bit confusing. It's totally fine when you're actually playing it. Like it makes more sense.
Right.
But if you're watching it, I can understand that being pretty goddamn confusing.
Yeah, it was just the I guess the trailer for it, and it's it's supposed to showcase all like the crazy stuff that's happening. So when I'm looking at it, I'm just that's a ton of crazy stuff that's happening. Except I have no idea what I'm looking at right now.
It has some weird sort of mechanic. Basically, it's you collect like this currency that as you go through the game, and whenever you come to a puzzle, there's this box, and it's like. For like 5 currency, you can press X and the box will tell you if the puzzle is currently solvable given the equipment that you have. Because again, it is like a Metroidvania, so sometimes the puzzle will just be unsolvable without certain equipment. And then if you pay like 40 currency, it will just tell you the solution to the puzzle.
Okay.
Which is weird, and I'm not sure if I like it. But I will say I do kind of like going up to a puzzle and being like trying it out and being like, can I solve this? And then you like press X, and for a very small fee, it's like, no, you can't solve this. But the idea that you could just sort of like if you collected enough currency breeze through a lot of the harder puzzles is maybe okay from like a balance perspective, because if something's too hard in a puzzle platformer, like you could just be stuck there forever. But I don't know, it's unusual, and maybe that's why it doesn't totally sit right. But Gateway seems cool. It's only $5. It's also available on Xbox Live Indie Games platform.
Very good. Should
be easy to find, as like probably the only game out there this week that's not masturbatory aids or zombies or avatars or Minecraft.
This is also by the same guys who did Adventures of Shuggy.
Correct.
Okay.
Sacred Shrugged Cat?
Yeah, Smudged
Cat, something like that. I knew.
Sacred. Yeah, Smudged.
So there are it's not just 2D Portal, by the way. Like there's other mechanics that you can get. Like the first thing you get is a portal gun, but then after that you can get like this tool that allows you to grow smaller and bigger. There's like a time machine that allows you to go back in time. To like play with former versions of yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna go back in time and play with yourself
with Viagra.
So that's Gateways.
Awesome.
Okay, now let's talk about some stuff that. Oh wait! I played Shadow. Did I mention that?
No.
Nope.
It's a tower defense game.
Oh.
On Steam, $10.
And?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean,
it's a tower defense game.
It's a tower defense game, yeah.
Right.
And oh my god, there is a character in it with like the most annoying accent ever. It is like basically framed as like a children's story where it's like this kid's memories are being taken away from him by the foggy shadows, and you have to like beat them back, and then he reclaims his memories. But it has like this really cloying teddy bear character who has the worst like fake British accent I've ever heard. It's like, "Oh, William, congratulations, you've saved your memories." Oh God.
Oh no.
Like I need to cut my fucking ears off and burrow into my brain. But the gameplay's alright.
Wow.
Okay.
But it's a tower defense game.
So, yeah.
I probably,
what kind of,
if
is there any, like, are the towers cool? Are they unique? Or is just big splash damage for one big tower and, like, little shit towers that you upgrade?
You got a tower that shoots bullets, and then you got a tower that shoots beams, and you got a tower that slows enemies down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tower defense.
And you got it also has some like Plants vs Zombies kind of elements where like you have instead of like currency generating towers or something. Well, that's not the right way to put it. Instead of just like getting money for killing units, you have to like put down basically sunflowers that collect light, and then that gives you your currency.
Okay.
And also, similar to Plants vs Zombies, when you kill an enemy, it drops like shadow pieces, and you use these to cast spells. So there is like a spell element too.
Okay.
But you have to like run your mouse over to pick them up. So there's a little bit more active stuff going on too, I guess. But it's one of those things where the game is fine, but it's so difficult to recommend another tower defense game. If you want to play a tower defense game, fucking get Plants vs Zombies, get Orcs Must Die 2, get Iron Brigade. There's lots of options for you out there.
Good stuff.
Spent a lot of time with Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition.
I saw your gameplay video. Have you got to the DLC yet?
No, that's probably about 2/3 of the way through the game. I know where it is, but it's pretty substantial, substantially into the game. So it's not something you're going to come across fairly early. And the world of Dark Souls, it's the DLC definitely feels tacked on from a conceptual level, because the kind of cool thing about Dark Souls is that there's only really one place in the game where you kind of have to like get something from the environment in order to progress, if that makes sense. Like the world is like open to you 100% from the get-go, except for this one gate that you need to cross with a specific item that you get for a quest. But the DLC adds in like another gate, basically. So it feels weird that there's this area you can't get to just yet, but it's still more content for Dark Souls, so that's cool.
So it's not like tacked on at the end.
No.
Like okay, so it's somewhere in the middle of the game. There's just this hidden shit.
It's like a side area. You don't have to go through it to beat the game.
Right.
It's like Hellfire for Diablo 1.
I've never played Dark Souls.
Yes.
So if I go and play Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition, is there any chance that I would just skip over this DLC?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I just have no idea.
Well, like, the area that links to the DLC is totally optional itself.
Okay.
So, like, when I do, like, fast runs of Dark Souls to just build up characters for invasions for videos, I totally skip by this area most of the time. So, it sucks that it's in that area, because I'm not familiar with it, so it's probably going to take me a little while to get down there and actually get into that new area. But, it's still cool.
Yeah.
The Prepare to Die edition, here's the lowdown on that, because it's generated a little bit of controversy for being like an absolutely garbage PC port, basically. Default resolution is shitty. It has like letterboxing. It looks really bad. I'm not sure if it actually looks objectively worse than the 360 version, but because you sit usually closer to your monitor than you do to a TV, at least most people do anyway, I think, it looks really bad up close. But if you get the free resolution fix, it takes like half a second to download and install. Run it in 1080p, game looks absolutely gorgeous. Play it with the controller, the keyboard and mouse support. There are always people that show up in the comments that are like, I play it just fine with keyboard and mouse. I'm like, okay, well, that's good for you. So I guess some people will be able to adapt to it. But for me, it's like the Super Meat Boy kind of like gamepad recommended. For me, is like gamepad necessary. Like I would not be able to be nearly as adept if I used a keyboard and mouse. So I think if you have a computer capable of running it at 1080p, and you have a gamepad or are not adverse to buying a gamepad, I really think a wired gamepad is a good choice if you're going to be doing third-person gaming on the PC anyway. Then Prepare to Die edition, absolutely 100% totally fine. There's a lot to dislike about it simply because of the fact that it's such a bare bones and kind of shitty port, but it is the definitive version, I think, of Dark Souls if you have like all those other requirements satisfied.
Right, and so, I mean, coming from, like, my perspective, for someone who never even played Dark Souls, I mean, this would be the edition for me to buy just to get the entire experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not sure if the DLC is any good or not, but there is extra content there. There's nothing lacking in the PC version that exists in the 360 version.
Right.
The versions are, like, absolutely identical, at least in my opinion so far, even down to, like, the summoning errors that we used to think were just, like, part of the console version's netcode being shitty. Turns out just the netcode overall is shitty. Like, it's still bad on the PC. A lot of summonings end up failing.
Yeah, and that's when you're trying to play multiplayer, right?
Yeah,
just
exactly.
not able to connect.
Which is pretty shitty.
That's kind of that's too bad that they didn't fix that. But
yeah, but it's an addition to the, like, every piece of content is in addition to the Xbox 360 version. There's nothing taken away really. So yeah, I think the edition's totally fine. People who are getting bent out of shape, you know, just don't buy it. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but I don't think they're going to come out with a fix anytime soon. So, you know, basically, here's how you fix it. You get a gamepad and you get the resolution fix. Otherwise, you know, be contented to just skip out on Dark Souls. But, you know, I really like Dark Souls. I think it's one of the best games this generation, and I'm happy to be playing it through again.
I'm happy for you.
So, I got a couple more games. Faster Than Light.
You tweeted a lot about this game.
Faster Than Light is really fucking good. It comes out tomorrow, a.k.a. today, I guess, when the podcast goes up, on Steam. And it's basically like a roguelike where you are in control of the spaceship, but you kind of manage it from, like, an overhead perspective. So you're, like, managing your individual crew members. You're managing, like, where the power goes on your spaceship, like if it's going to go to shields or weapons or your medical bay, or, like, to pump oxygen throughout your ship in case there's a breach or something and oxygen starts leaving. And it's just basically really fucking good. It's almost like a board game in a sense where, like, when you get started, you have this map. And the way that the gameplay works is, like, you're in your spaceship with your crew, and then you'll click on a spot on the map, and your spaceship will teleport to it. And then when you get there, it'll be like a chance card from Monopoly or something. It'll be like, there's been a distress beacon on the moon near the star system. It turns out, like, there's miners and there's some kind of infection and the public is trying to quarantine the mines. What do you do? And your options will be like, go down and try to solve the conflict or ignore it. And if you go down and try to solve it, you'll get rewards like currency, like new weapons, stuff like that. Or you could possibly, like, end up losing some of your crew members in some kind of riot or uprising or something like that. There's also combat that you can get into on, like, a space ship.
Wait, so your crew can actually, like, uprise against you?
No. Like, if you sent your crew down to the planet, like, the miners could maybe rise against you and steal one of your crew members.
It's like hillbilly miners.
Exactly, yeah. Like, the way that it's done, like, you don't actually see the uprising. It's just like you choose something and then it tells you the outcome.
Okay.
The space combat stuff, though, happens, like, you have total control over that. So I'm not sure how much more to get into it. It's a little bit difficult to explain, but it's really easy once you actually see it happening. It's going to be $10 when it comes out on Steam. I put, like, 5 or 6 hours into it already. Definitely, for anyone who's a fan of, like, Dungeons of Dreadmore, Binding of Isaac, you are probably... Spelunky's a huge influence in this game, too, because every run, you know, is a little bit different. There's a lot of, like, randomness associated with the items that you pick up, and plenty of, like, different upgrade paths you can take.
Would you say that this is the Star Trek of roguelikes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's neat, because sometimes you can, like, pick up various crew members from different species. Like, sometimes you'll, like, fight a ship, and then they'll be like, okay, we surrender, take one of our crew as tribute. So you'll just, like, annex this, like, alien, this hostile alien species on your ship. And I just imagine, like, the dynamics between it. They're like, hey, Zorlog, can you get back to the shield bay? We need to repair that. Fuck you. But yeah, Faster Than Light's really good. For $10, that game is going to appeal to a lot of people. Definitely recommended. Probably the most fun I've had playing a game this month.
Good.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, I think we could all agree that everyone in Saving Progress enjoys some roguelikes.
Yeah, no kidding,
or at least,
I guess.
Procedurally generated maps, or, you know, however you want to describe the games. But yeah, that sounds pretty fun. I'll probably give that. How much is it?
$10.
$10.
Not bad. I got like $11 on my one of my gift cards or something like that. So
you got a Steam gift card?
No, I got when I worked for this one company, they paid me on, like, a card. And so that happens every once in a while, but you could, like, switch over to direct deposit after, like, the first week or two.
Is that GameSpot or GameStop?
No, well, GameStop did that, but this wasn't this time.
GameStop pays you on a GameStop card?
No, they pay you on a Visa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking
so
weird.
They give you, like, this Visa, and they say, here's how we're gonna pay you for like the first paycheck. After that, we can continue paying you on this, or we can switch over to direct deposit, or however you want.
You know why they do that?
I'm not sure. I really don't know. But this is the second company that has done it for me. So I think in retail, that's just what that's the kind of thing that they're switching over to. I'm not sure the reason, but that's just what they do.
Maybe in America.
And so like I have like $11 for this job that I had 2 months ago on this goddamn card. And so yeah, it's pretty much just been like my Steam card for the past like month or so, just because that's the only thing I use it for. So I checked the balance like yesterday, and it's got like $11. So I gotta spend something. So
Buy a
out of
couple
these
Big
games
Macs.
that you've went over today, give me one game that I should buy for $10.
Probably Faster Than Light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna buy it.
He's gonna
Fox is
buy
gonna
it.
buy it too.
Let's all
Yeah.
buy it.
Well, I don't have to
All
buy it. I already got it.
Buy it
He
again.
already has it.
Buy it just for come on, solidarity. Just,
Support the developer.
I am supporting the developer. I started a series on it.
That's stupid.
yeah.
Okay, so I played. Trist comes out on Steam today / tomorrow.
Trist.
Trist. It's
Triced?
Don't buy it.
Did you say don't buy it?
Yeah.
Because you cut out and it just sounded like you said buy it to me. I was like, oh, okay.
Don't buy it because it might be. It's a real-time strategy game. It might be great, but this is pre-release, so I'm not saying don't buy it because it's terrible. But here's my experience with it so far: is I get my review code for Trist. It's like, hey, check it out. I'd load it up. It's a real-time strategy game, so the first thing I look for is a tutorial. Nope, sorry, no tutorial. The beta is multiplayer only. Cool, alright, so let's get my ass handed to me. So I sign into like the multiplayer client, and then there's only one other person in the lobby, and it's one of the developers. So I like played a game with the developer, like us two against 2 AI, and it was fine. I mean, I don't know if it was good or not, because I don't play enough real-time strategy games to be able to judge it that quickly. But it was kind of like, why is this multiplayer only if there's nobody else playing it right now? Like, I'm not sure if there's going to be a campaign when it actually comes out. I mean, I'm looking at it on Steam right now, and it says there will be single player. So, I mean, I hope there's going to be a campaign. But as it is right now, I cannot possibly recommend it. But I'll check it out once it actually releases, and maybe there's going to be more people online.
I mean, you said yourself that it's pre-release, though, so...
Yeah, but the problem with multiplayer-focused strategy games when they're indie is that they almost never reach, like, a level, like a player base where it becomes useful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, the same thing happened when I never did a video on it because of this, because it was impossible to record, but like this game called Fray came out, and it was basically like Frozen Synapse. I think I've talked about it briefly on one of our earlier podcasts.
I remember that.
And when I got online, there was just like 2 people in the lobby, and one of the guys I ended up playing with was like, yeah, I'm like the PR person for the company that made this. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine, but I need real people like at my level to play against. The dude just schooled me, and again, there was no tutorial in that game. But yeah, Trist is going to be
yourself like some
$25.
more people in this lobby.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Trist is going to be $25. I maybe this is biased, but I feel like if you're an indie studio, don't make a multiplayer-focused strategy game for the most part.
And then don't make it $25.
Yeah, I mean, there is that too. And the production values are not at the point where I would think that it would warrant a $25 cost.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe it's awesome. But at this point, I kind of feel
pay
like
the PR guy, dude.
If you're playing like a real-time strategy game, you're playing StarCraft 2, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, that's it. You're playing that, or you're playing like Civilization or some old shit like Rise of Nations or something.
Oh, I love Rise of Nations. Best RTS ever.
Pretty much.
I have been playing Joe Danger 2.
Oh. I like the developer for that.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
I owe him that game. I have to buy it because I told him I would.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy it tomorrow on Xbox Live.
Yeah, I don't have my Xbox hooked up.
You don't have to buy it. It's okay.
I told him I would, and he said if he sees me at PAX, he's going to remember me.
But he didn't see you.
He's going to call me out.
You could always lie to him and say you bought it.
I can't lie to him. He'll know if I lie.
No, he won't.
Well, I mean, you can buy it. It's not a bad game.
Yeah.
I'll say you lost your voice box, so I have to talk for you.
It's basically like Trials Evolution, but kind of zanier. Like, there's levels with, like, jetpacks and minecarts and stuff. But for whatever reason, it just doesn't feel as tight as Trials Evolution.
Well, it's more like cartoony and like I think there was a big multiplayer centric aspect of the game as well.
Yeah, but it's
that's
local
what I saw at PAX
multiplayer
East.
only.
Wait, are you shitting me?
Yeah, well, Joe Danger 2 is.
What?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'm not giving that guy my money.
The game's not bad, but it's coming from, Trials Evolution just came out 4 or 5 months ago. It's difficult for me to be like, yeah, I really want to spend a lot of time with Joe Danger, because it's basically like a very, very similar concept, except, it has like a level editor, it has downloadable levels and stuff like that, except everything is maybe like 10% less enjoyable than Trials Evolution. So the whole time I'm just like, I would rather just be playing Trials Evolution right now.
Right.
But on its own, it's
Fair
not
enough.
a terrible game. It's just hard to recommend it for purchase if you already own Trials Evolution. And if you don't own Trials Evolution, you should probably just buy that instead.
No. All right.
And I think finally... No, okay, well, we've been playing Natural Selection too, but I'll wait for you to talk about that.
Okay.
And Namco Bandai sent me a copy of Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Tekken Tag Team Tournament.
Tekken Tag Team Tournament 2 technically came out on Tuesday. I guess little does Namco know that I have no experience in Tekken at all. I mean, why would they know that?
I don't know.
But...
Did you tell them that?
Fuck no.
Well, how are they supposed to know?
So, I've been playing a little Tekken Tag Tournament 2. That game is hard to learn. The summer of me getting my ass kicked at fighting games continues in full force here.
Yeah, how does it compare to...
Good
I
question.
think you've been playing like Street Fighter and... Yeah, I mean... is that what you waiting me to do?
No, I don't know how... Like, from a fighting game standpoint, it's totally different because it's 3D instead of 2D. Like, I've been playing all 2D fighters this summer. So it's hard to get used to things like sidestepping is obviously like super important. That's like how you dodge a lot. Jumping is way less important. Basically, let's just cut the crap. I'm getting my ass kicked constantly. I'm like 2-15 online. I managed to beat the campaigns. Well, it's not a campaign. It's like an arcade mode. I managed to beat that today after losing to the final boss like 16 or 17 times in a row.
Who's the final boss?
Yeah, I can't spoil it.
Why?
Because it's, maybe people are super into Tekken and they don't want it spoiled.
Alright, that's so weird.
Do you guys know Tekken is fucking crazy?
No.
Like, the story is absurd.
It's loco, man.
I beat the game with, like, Asuka, it doesn't really matter. She's like a Japanese schoolgirl, basically. And in the final, I guess I'm gonna spoil it. In the final, video, once you beat it, it has nothing to do with the actual story of the game. It's just like, hey, here's a video about your character, basically. There's like a gang fight, and then she comes in and is like, but now, boys, play nice. And then the two gang leaders just like stare at her chest. And they're like, oh, and then like her tits just start like bouncing around by themselves. And then she's like, my eyes are up here, and then just kicks them in the face. Like, Tekken is very silly.
Oh.
There's like demons and pandas and kangaroos and shit. Anyway.
Is there a dude with like the lion face or something?
Yeah,
Is that
there's King, who has the face of a leopard, and Armored King, who has the face of a leopard and he has armor on.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, there's like
Pretty good
44
game.
characters in this game. Now, I'm not shit-talking
balls.
Tekken Tag Tournament or Tekken. I don't know Tekken well enough to say that this is a good Tekken game or a bad Tekken game. What I will say is that if this is your first foray into Tekken, prepare to get fucking, like, ass blasted constantly. Because there's,
Like the guy and the horse.
Yeah, like, if Tekken was a horse, he would be dead. I would be dead right now. Like, there's no real tutorial mode. The practice mode is pretty weak. Like, you have to, it's like 10 button presses to get to the move list, and then the move list has like a scroll bar that's longer than a horse's dick. I guess that depends on the size of your TV, but...
Depends on the size of the horse.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It depends on the size of its dick, too.
Yeah.
And how excited it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's no real practice mode, there's no real training mode, and there's no real story mode. There's just like a standard arcade style, like, beat 20 stages in a row. I'm having a reasonable amount of fun with it, but as a Tekken neophyte, this is a difficult game to get into. Like, Persona 4 Arena was easy enough. It was accessible for new players. It has a great story mode, great challenge mode, very good tutorial. Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, great tutorial. It still only has like an arcade mode. There's not really like a story mode, so to speak.
Yeah, there is no story mode.
But it has a great challenge mode, which is what I really want when I'm learning these games. Because when you want to learn a character, you want to have a challenge mode that's like, okay, here's easy move, easy move, easy move. And when you execute those, then it's like, okay, intermediate moves, intermediate moves. Tekken practice mode is just like, here's the dude, here's a dummy, like figure it out. You can go to the move list, but again, the move list is so long.
Right.
But there's some cool stuff that you can do. I think this is a game that is going to appeal to fans of the Tekken franchise and not many other people. Anyway,
it's not going to bring people into the fighting genre.
Exactly. I think Tekken, to be polite at this point, I think Tekken is a franchise that's kind of up its own ass, which is
sexually.
What I mean by that is like the only people who are into Tekken anymore are people who are like into Tekken.
Right, I mean, they love that shit.
Exactly, like Street Fighter. I have a passing interest in Street Fighter. I can jump in, I can jump out at various points in the franchise. Same thing goes for like Mortal Kombat. I think with Tekken, nobody's like, you know what, I haven't played a Tekken game in like 10 years, but I'm really interested in Tekken 6. Like, that just doesn't happen, I think.
Yeah, probably not.
But anyway,
I mean, I haven't paid attention.
That's what I've been playing this week.
Cool, good stuff.
How about you, Josh?
This week, not too much new things. Like you did say before, we did get to play Natural Selection.
That game's crazy.
It's a really neat game. I will say that's very neat. I didn't have the best experience with it though. Mm-hmm. I mean, we got to play together, and so when we probably played for like an hour and a half or so, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, for the most part, I was the Zerg people. They're not really called Zerg people, but that's what I'm going to call them.
Yeah, like it's asymmetrical gameplay. So there's like one team of Marines and one team of aliens.
Right. And so the aliens, like Zerg, I mean, they have their little stuff that they put on the ground, and then you form a cocoon, and you can evolve into bigger, better creatures. Actually, I'm kind of explaining this wrong. So it is like an RTS kind of game, but it's also a first person. So you have one commander guy, and he's in charge like your team. And so he'll like start upgrading your weapons and upgrading your defenses and, you know, creating turrets and like all this kind of cool stuff. Meantime, like you're like this little grunt, you know, doing all like the legwork.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you're first kind of into this game, you don't really know what's going on.
At
and
all.
No one's there at all to like help you out or facilitate what you're supposed to do. There's not even a tutorial. So that, like, the first thing that I wanted to do when I got into this game, I was like, oh, great, a tutorial. So I clicked the tutorial button, and it's all like, oh, here's the YouTube. I'm like, I don't want a YouTube. I want you to show me how to play the game, please. It says, nope, you gotta go to the YouTubes. And I say, well, Northernlion's already on, so I'm gonna go just fuck around and see what's up. So I go and do this, and I am just so overwhelmed with all this kind of things that's going on. So I pretty much, like, you start out as, like, this little demon creature, and you run around and you could bite people in like the knees and climb up walls and stuff. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. And like, so you're playing against, you know, a team of Marines, and you have like their shotguns and their assault rifles, and it's such a neat concept. And I really enjoyed the concept of the game. I just wish I knew the game a little bit better so that I can actually play it properly.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit, like I've probably put in about 4 hours total with the game so far. Mm-hmm. And the more I play, the more it gradually starts, like, the overall picture of how things are supposed to go is becoming clear to me. But I'm basically at the same level as you right now, where I'm just like, I'm enjoying the first-person shooter mechanics, and it's pretty fun, because, like, the alien stuff is really unique in that you can, like, run on the walls and the ceilings, and the levels are designed in such a way that there are, like, vents that you can take if you're the aliens to kind of take shortcuts in between the levels. But when I play that game, communication is a heavy, heavy part of it. And I have no idea what the fuck my teammates are saying. They're always like, good, there's like 3 harvesters in subsystem 5B. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. Just put a waypoint on the map and I'll go there and try to kill people.
See, that's what that's all I ever wanted. Just put a waypoint there and I will go to that waypoint. Like, just right off the bat. If someone doesn't even have a mic, if they don't use it, whatever the reason is, if you put a waypoint, chances are they'll freaking go there.
Yeah.
And so when I have my commander, my all-knowing leader, not putting that shit up on the map, I'm just so lost. So I'm just gonna go random like down some corridors, just find like a group of enemies, and like I'm all alone, so they're just gonna murder me no matter what.
Yeah, typically speaking, I I think the community in that game right now, especially since it's pre-release, and I think the way that you got like access to the early game if you're not press is by like funding the Kickstarter. So if you funded the Kickstarter for Natural Selection 2, you're probably like you played Natural Selection 1 in all likelihood. So I find that most of the people that I play against are like really good, and the people on my team as well. Whereas I'm just kind of running around like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. As the aliens, you move so fucking fast.
It depends on what alien creature
you are.
Well,
I spend most of my time as the first one, the skulk.
The scum? What is called the scum?
Well, because there's like... So like, you have like the skulk, which is like your standard like Zergling type alien, which is super fast. Mm-hmm. Yes. Then you have like the gorge, which is like your support alien, which can heal you and like put up defensive structures and stuff like that. Then there's like a flying one. There's one that's like a hydralisk. It's got like blades for arms. And there's like a big angry centaur, as you called it.
Yes.
Whereas like, you know, there's kind of like similar units on the Marines, but it works a little bit differently because they do it with upgrades rather than like new unit types. So on the Marines, first you get like shotguns, then you get jetpacks, you can get flamethrowers, and eventually you get like mechs that you can use. But
yeah, see, I only played the Marines once, and we only got as so far as the shotguns. And so, yeah, I didn't get a jetpack, which kind of sucked for me, and I sure as hell didn't get a flamethrower, which would have been super badass. But yeah, remember that game? There was just like 3 centaur demon creatures just like spawning everywhere, and I was just so confused, and I just kept dying.
Yeah, and then the aliens have this ability where they can like teleport, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually they get it. And yeah, we pretty much just got screwed that game.
Yeah, we got destroyed.
3 angry centaurs just like raping us. Like
yeah, they go to the cafeteria. I'm just like, well, we ain't got no food for you, so you could eat us. Oh, well. Yeah, but super interesting game. I just wish I understood the mechanics a little bit better so that I could properly enjoy it with the rest of my team.
Yeah, I'm intending on spending a lot more time with it. It's still like 6 weeks, 5 weeks away from release. Mm-hmm. So, you know, plenty of time to kind of get a foothold in it before it actually comes out.
Yeah, and so when it actually releases, we'll be the ones who are destroying people.
I hope so.
We'll be the centaurs. Yeah, probably not going to happen, but we can have hopes and dreams.
Exactly, until they get crushed eventually.
Until they get crushed eventually.
What else you been playing?
The next game. Well, I said this last week when I got to play it with Micah Fox, but this week, all 3 of us got to play Magicka together.
Yeah, briefly.
And what a wonderful, terrible time that was. Just constant backstabs and anger, and Fox had troubles with his internet connection. He was either dropping or not being able to hear us or some kind of shenanigans, and that led to me and Northern just catching him on fire or electrocuting him, and then obviously he would retaliate.
Killing people in that game.
It's so easy to kill someone in that game, and it's just so easy to lose your temper as well. It's just, well, this guy killed me, so I've got to kill him back.
Yeah, basically.
And then when you kill him back, it becomes a whole thing, and it's a shame that there is no way. I don't think there's a way to turn that off. If we could turn friendly fire off in Magicka, I think it'd be super fun.
Yeah, you just gotta use Arcane. No raw lightning or anything like that. That's uncontrollable. Always add Arcane, and then it's like a straight beam.
Yeah. But I mean, then you're so limited to only being able to use one form of magic, or so one type. It really limits it if you're just gonna use like the beam thing. You know what I mean?
I suppose. I don't know, but when you and I played originally, we didn't have any technical issues. That was pretty fun, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean, I certainly enjoyed it.
We got into a good groove of not killing each other. Reviving each other. We got pretty far. We were probably like halfway.
WA space. Yeah, we did well, and it was fun. I can't. Yeah, it's Magicka's. It's a strange game, and it's cool for the multiplayer and what they're doing, but having friends murder friends over and over again tends to get a little boring.
It does get old. I mean, really, there's not a lot of depth to the game mechanics. They kind of give you this little palette of these powers, combine them however you will, use whatever works. I mean, it's hard to go wrong most of the time. Right. Obviously, there's certain situations where some things are advantageous or, you coordinate. Like, I know a lot of time we would be like, hey, I'll use the freezing spell to slow this guy down, and you just throw rocks at his dick. And that seemed to work. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, I enjoy it. It's interesting.
It's fun if you if you're a coordinated group, and that's the kind of, I don't know, way that you're going to take the game, and that's the way you're going to proceed. But if it starts getting off track, chances are it's going to stay off track.
Yeah. It might.
And so, I mean, that's just how the game goes. If we played it again, maybe it wouldn't even go that rail. But
we had crazy technical problems too.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, it was strange. And Fox is still on his satellite internet connection from the 1960s.
Only like 6 more weeks or something.
Yeah.
End of October, and I'm out of here, bitches.
Oh, yeah. So that's Magica. I played a couple older PC games, one of them being Spelunky.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've heard of it.
I got so bad at that game. I used to be able to get to like the temple, like no problem. And now I'm just like, well, I can't even get to the jungle right now. So I don't know. It's the game I go to like on my laptop because my laptop's real bad. Mm-hmm. And so if I'm rendering video on my desktop, I'll just play that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like it's an easy time kill game and it's fun and I enjoy it. So it's nice to kind of see the differences between the old PC game and like in watching like you guys go through it on your channel.
Game sucks.
I still wanna try it on PC just to see how it compares. Some people say the original version was more difficult. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's true. I mean, and there's enough differences that it would make it difficult even if you're really good at the 360 version, or vice versa. I think enough stuff to kind of catch you off guard. But I've hit like a stalemate in that game. I actually think I'm getting worse at it the more I play.
Yeah, I agree.
People have like noticed the trend that like Northernlion started killing the shopkeepers and now he doesn't do it as much, and you started not killing them and now you do it all the time. And I don't know, I've actually gotten pretty good at killing the shopkeepers. Like I'll clear the black market pretty consistently most of the time, but I screw up somewhere else anyways. It's a stupid game. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was having like the same trouble with my tower climb series. Like I just got to like the highest point that or the highest like that I've gotten in a long time, and like the next episodes I'm just like, well, I didn't even get to like that same floor, and well, I didn't get to that same floor again. It's just like, oh damn it, where the hell's happening? So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating not being able to like get to like your best or like consistently keep going there. I mean, Ryan's had like his 200 runs since Isaac, so he doesn't really have much trouble beating that game anymore.
Beating it.
But yeah, Spelunky I think is it's a tough ass game, and so I mean to be consistently good at that game is just something in its own right. So
yeah,
I don't know. And I just I played like 30 minutes before the podcast playing Super Crate Box.
Oh yeah, I love that game.
It's so fun, yeah. It's just it's a super easy time kill. It's free on Steam, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's
yeah,
free
it's
everywhere.
super. Yeah. So if you haven't played it, then certainly pick that shit up. It's so fun. It's just a 2D kind of infinite spawn from like enemies, and you just gotta. Every new crate is a new weapon. But every new crate that you get is, one more to the highest score.
Yes.
So you might get a super sweet weapon to kill a bunch of enemies, but it doesn't matter because you have to get rid of it to get the next score, which will go with like another random gun.
The fucking laser beam that bounces off the walls.
The disc gun
that's it.
Sucks. I hate it.
That shit is so annoying.
Yeah, I know. It makes me want to just reset my score so I could just play with like the shotgun and the revolver and the pistol and the bazooka.
Yeah.
Because those are like the guns that you get before that gun are just so much better, like as a combination. When you get that and it's constantly in the rotation now, and it's just like, damn it. Yeah, but yeah, it's a super fun game, super free, and super easy to get into.
They're coming out with a Super Crate Box Versus.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
They were demoing it at PAX, but we didn't see it.
Oh.
Well, we saw it. We didn't hang out though.
What?
You didn't like it?
It was right beside the Snapshot booth.
I like Snapshot.
Yeah, I like Snapshot too.
Snapshot's alright.
We played Snapshot instead of a game that I played 2 years ago.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But Super Crate Box is cool.
Yes, very cool, very cool. I think that's just about it for the games that I played this week.
How about you, Michael A.L. Fox?
Smith, did we ever mention we were playing a bit with Fear 3?
Yeah, we got to play Fear 3. You're right. I didn't mention that. I forgot all about that.
We played a bit of that together. We were doing the Wall of Death mode. What was it called?
It's called fucking Run.
Yeah,
Holy
fucking
shit.
Run, motherfucker, or fucking Run?
Fucking Ron, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It's kind of difficult, sort of, but not really. Smith is just bad at it. So.
Oh my god, that's such. I get like consistently 27 kills a game.
That's
Like, Fox,
bullshit.
like, we get back to like the lobby,
on.
and he's got like 8.
That's bullshit. Mr. I gotta kill everything was always getting downed, and then I'd have to come back for him, and the wall would just consume our souls. And just like.
Yeah, that happened.
We did. We beat a couple of the levels though, and it was pretty fun. There's.
It's really I love that kind of game type. It's forcing you to run like through this just this level while a bunch of enemies are shooting at you. So you have to like debate like, should I murder this guy or should I just run past him because I got this wall of death behind me that's coming faster and faster. And so it's like you're kind of fought on like both angles.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Plus the problem, it gets into some of the levels get a little trickier too, in terms of like you'll be going and it'll look like there are 2 paths to take. Really, there's only one way to go. So you gotta hope you go the right way, otherwise you're
right. The city
Speaking
map,
of
like
which, we should play some fucking Shoot Mania.
oh,
We could play that
because
this weekend.
All 3 of us own it.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for getting us off topic.
I'm just saying,
not really
Shoot
off
Mania, the royal mode has that same mechanic with like that wall that comes in on you.
Has anything new and exciting happened in the world of Shoot Mania?
I don't know. It had a big booth at PAX that was annoying as hell.
Really?
There's just nonstop dubstep and like some dude commentating like a 35-hour Shoot Mania game or something.
Oh God.
And his own,
Yeah,
he's got
that
the laser
wall-
gun. Oh, he kills it. And I'm like, oh man, just shut up. I'm trying to play Far Cry 3 here.
Yeah, Shoot Mania is certainly fun, and
Sounded dumb. It is certainly fun.
I'm a piece of shit. All right, I'm sorry. No, I had a good time playing.
Shoot Mania is cool.
And I had a good time playing Fear 3. I think Ryan, I think you'd like it too.
Yeah.
More like Queer 3.
It is more like Queer 3.
The 3 of us,
There's
anyway.
a lot of dongs that like your character is sucking, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all.
You have to run
So, I mean,
from like a dude trying to chase you down.
With a horse dick.
you have to run from the horse chasing you down with a dude dick.
No, and then one person gets to play as the dude riding the horse trying to catch the other guy.
And when you catch him, you gotta like lasso him.
And the dude
then
who's on the horse has like the Wii U controller, and then the other guys all have the Wiimotes.
yeah, dude.
Asymmetrical gameplay.
And then the guy with the Wii U controller controls it by looking around, and it points where the horse dick is aiming.
Yeah,
And then
the Wii
20
U...
years later, you'll come back and you see the tree that you planted has grown into a full tree.
Well, you see, the right analog stick controls the dick.
Press X to grow the tree.
Have you been
It's
playing
not how
anything
it
else?
works. You gotta dig a hole first.
Michael A.L. Fox, you been playing
Huh?
anything else?
Oh, well, I mean, and obviously it's been mentioned before, but Kerbal Space Program, and that's the cool thing about this game, playing it right now, is because as soon as you kind of start to think, oh, I'm getting tired of it, then they just release another update. Plus, there's a shit ton of mods for that game, which are, like, really cool. Like, this guy did a mod, I forget the name of it, but I was watching the video earlier today. It's like a mining mod, so you can go to, like, and it adds so much depth to all the controls and stuff. They've got, like, 20 different panels on the screen for all these different instruments, but the guy's, like, sends his ship with these fancy components to Minmus, and then you have to, like, do an orbit around the planet, and it does the old like beep boop beep boop beep 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 beep, and then it finds where it's like this kethane or cathane or whatever it's called, and then you can
Caffeine?
You can mine it, and then you convert it to fuel for your RCS thrusters, the RCS fuel or whatever, and then this is like one of the mods. They got all these crazy building space station shit mods, and just I'm excited for it. So I've been playing that. It's a fun game. I still love it.
That's pretty crazy.
It is.
It's pretty insane.
It's building a decent following, I guess. I don't know. Not like huge or anything, but more and more people are catching on to it. So I'm excited to see future updates and how they do. So what else was I playing? A little more Uncharted. But you guys don't care about that.
I care.
I don't.
Oh, I stopped caring.
It's good game still. I still have to beat it. I like it. Good kind of Hollywoodish story, but it's still enjoyable. So there's that. Because I just want to finish that before I have a problem. I'll do the same thing with books. I'll read like halfway through a book, and then something will happen in my life, and I'll forget about it for a month, and then I'll be
like a horse stick in your ass.
Yes. And then I forget about it, and then when I come back to it, I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot how the first half went, so then I gotta start all over. But then I just don't have the motivation. So that's my problem with games. That's why I can't play too many games. Because I get impatient. Maybe I have, like, ADHD or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. But other than that, I haven't been investing too much time into games because I'm waiting to like get my game face on for Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is coming out next week. You know, we're all going to be playing that. So there's that. And then...
Can we talk a little bit about how Ryan bought 4 copies of it?
Okay, so here's the story.
Don't
we
make
all
me...
have this fucking email conversation that we communicate in with several of our friends, not just the 3 of us. So one Friday night, I noticed that Borderlands 2 is on sale with the 4-pack on Steam. So, like, it's 4 for the price of 3, so the game's normally $60. But if you buy 4 copies, it's only $180. So it's 4 for the price of 3. So I get on there, I know these idiots are getting Borderlands 2, so I leave this comment like, hey, would it be cool if I bought the 4-pack? Like, have you guys already pre-ordered it? Because then I can give you 2 of the copies, and then I can just, like, give another copy away to someone else who wants it, or I can sell it for $45, which is, like, the amount that each one costs. And then these guys get so liquored up, they don't even respond to the question. So I just assume everything's okay. I wait, like, 3 days, and then I buy the Borderlands 2 4-pack, $180, and then Josh is like, oh, wait, you bought that? Yeah, sorry, I was really drunk. I already pre-ordered it like 2 months ago. And I'm like, how about you, Michael A.L. Fox? You need a copy? And then he just tells me like an hour ago that he's already pre-ordered it as well.
Hey,
so now...
listen, no. There's 2 sides to this story. I thought Ryan would be unbiased. He went and bought the shit after Mr. Drunky Drunk over there was all like, yeah, buy it. He said he bought it.
Yeah, no,
and
I was drunk. I'll admit to that, but I never told him to like buy it or not buy it.
I never responded, which is kind of like maybe an error, but I didn't actually ever remember seeing the email.
Well, I don't remember ever seeing the email either.
If you want an urgent answer on something from me, you can send me a goddamn text, Mr. Android.
Yeah, me too, man.
All right. Well, I'm loading up the email train here. I'm gonna find it.
I'm not doing
All right,
that.
here we go. Is there a 4th one out of us who is getting Borderlands 2 for the PC? Steam is doing 1 copy for $60 and the 4-pack is $180. So if we got that instead, we'd all be saving $15. Okay, next message is you, Michael L. Fox, saying they have to be able to play somewhat frequently.
Yeah.
Then Josh says, I don't even know if this is like relevant to the conversations. He said, I have had that shit on lock.
Yeah, that means I bought it.
Is that what that means?
Yes.
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, what do you mean?
But this email was after you bought it.
What?
That my response that you already bought that shit at that point.
No, this is back on like September 10th.
Well, I wasn't saying I would.
It's September 7th.
Yeah, you
6
bought it 6
days ago.
Yeah, you bought it.
I bought it like 2 days ago.
Either way, I didn't say buy me a copy, so I'm not taking full blame on this.
I don't know why you guys both pre-ordered it separately.
Because I pre-ordered it like a year ago. Not really.
Because they had that deal until like get the super sweet version of it, and I said, all right.
Yeah, I got 4 super sweet versions of it.
Yeah, but I got my super sweet version for like, I guess you probably got it cheap.
Yeah, no shit.
But I also didn't spend $180, so
well, I've already sold 1 copy to a mutual friend, Jay.
Oh, that kid is so awesome.
But now I have 2 copies that, I'm sure it's going to be easy enough to unload them, because it's like, hey, do you want to play like the most anticipated game of the year for 25% off?
Yes.
But it's still stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll sell them for $80 each. I'll sign a receipt. It'll be an autographed copy of Borderlands 2.
No,
There
just
you
send
go.
him a pair of worn socks or like worn underwear.
I need those socks.
Send him a pair, just jizz in a sock, and then send that.
People buy that stuff.
Sure, you would.
There's this dude I remember reading on Reddit of like
Oh,
a
here we
year
go.
ago or something. He's just
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
I make
read it.
$2,000 a month selling used socks on eBay.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what?
Everyone said, well, that's a really good idea. And so the eBay market for used socks just like collapsed.
Yeah.
Smart.
He shouldn't
For a
have
dime a
said
dozen.
anything, you know? Swallow
He
your
shouldn't.
pride, man. Just keep on trucking on. Nobody needs to know
Yeah,
your
he kind
business.
of ruined his livelihood there.
Maybe,
Oh, well.
maybe a horse killed him.
Yeah, alright,
Yeah.
well, anyway.
Either way, in this edition, Ryan tries to make us look bad for not replying to one of the like thousands of emails we all get.
I did reply.
I did.
That shit was
I
unlocked.
did.
That,
I didn't.
if you said, could you be more clear, please, as opposed to, like, I've had,
I was drunk.
it wasn't even in direct response, like, Fox's message was before yours, so I wasn't sure if he was so Fox says,
Who was I? Was I responding to Fox or you?
well, on the train, it's all linear for me. Everything's a response to everything.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
But-
not mine isn't. I look at who it was responded to immediately, and everybody else is CC'd.
Yeah.
Well, let me search it again.
No, it's fine. I'm over it.
I'm not over it.
Nobody said buy it for me. That's
It's true. No one ever said, yeah, buy
It's
it.
partly my fault because of the way I phrased the question as well. Because I phrased it like, "Is there a fourth one who's getting Borderlands 2?" I just assumed you guys had not pre-ordered it.
Yeah, don't ever assume.
Don't
with me,
assume
man.
that.
But at the same
we're
time,
wild-
when I said, "Is there a
we're
fourth
wild
one
cards.
getting Borderlands 2?" I'm considering buying the 4-pack. One of you guys maybe should have jumped in and been like, "Hey, we've already got a pre-order. So who are these other
I
two
did.
assholes you're buying copies for?"
I jumped in on that.
You did not.
And I said I had that shit unlocked.
That
Honestly, I don't. I'm just
And
saying,
you responded
I
to
YouTube
Fox's
poll.
message.
YouTube poll. Everyone in the comments. Jay Smith is
I
right.
interpreted Jay Smith as that he had already bought it. That's how I interpreted that comment, personally.
anyway, joke's on you guys because I'm gonna play with the people I sell my copies to. I'm not gonna play with you.
Fine.
I'll play with Fox and
Yeah.
his 56.
I was gonna
We're
say
gonna
you
get-
can try.
It depends on what. I don't know. It's weird, man. It's like a game to game for me.
Yeah, some games it lags a little, and some games it lags a lot.
Well, Magica was fine when it was just Josh and I. It was stellar.
Yeah,
Diablo was
Well,
never
it
good.
was fine for me when I played with you and Josh.
it was pretty bad.
Josh dropped though too. He had some issues with his host thingy. He dropped.
No,
Yes.
you dropped. You dropped me.
Yeah, there were
It's not
times when we
possible.
we'd be fighting, and you'd be like, I'm just trapped at the cutscene.
Yeah, you couldn't even move.
I don't know if that was a glitch because
You couldn't get off the screen, man.
Okay, what was going on my screen was there's like anytime it would go into one of the cinematic thingies, it would just like stay there. So I would see all the gameplay going on, and it wasn't like for me it wasn't like lagging or whatever, but I could do anything except move from point A to point B, so I could do my spells and shit.
Wow, you could do everything except move.
Well, that's a big part of the game.
That's the only part of the game.
Well, I
some
could do
might
the
say.
magic, which is actually the biggest part of the game.
You didn't do the magic.
I could do magic.
You stood there.
You did
Because
stand
I was
there a
like,
lot.
well, what's the point of doing magic if I
Are
can't
you
use
joking
my
me?
legs?
If I was standing there trapped, hell yeah, I'd be doing magic.
I just don't want to live in the world without my sweet legs.
All right,
Anyways,
So let's talk about some news.
nudes.
Let's talk about some nudes. Michelangelo's David.
It's a good nude.
I know it's a dude.
I said it's a good nude. Good nude.
Nude.
But he is a
Kane.
dude. Good nude dude.
So there's big news today from Nintendo's camp. They had their big press conference today.
selling the Wii for $130. That's a steal.
So they announced a lot of stuff about the Wii U. Let's go over the cliff notes quickly.
Do
Wii
it.
U release date is November 18th. There's going to be 2 SKUs for it. One is going to be $299. That's going to include the console, 1 gamepad, no game, but like the sensor bar and all that nonsense that goes along with it, the cables.
No game.
No game.
Why would they do that?
Well, because they've got a $350 version that is like everything plus Nintendo Land. That's a game.
They should just have like Wii U Sports U too.
Wii U Sports U 2.
Yeah. This shit was like crazy awesome when Wii U was or when the regular Wii came out. Everyone loved that game. It was like the only game people played.
It's still the only game people play.
That's true. So why don't they have Wii U 2U?
Wii U 2U.
Yeah.
Isn't Wii Sports like one of the highest selling games of all time? Well, because they gave it with every console, I think.
Yes.
So it's kind of skewed a little bit.
Like every console ever.
Yeah.
Until the fucking... It's still there.
You like got one with your NES and you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? And then 20 years later, oh, okay.
I get it.
Yeah, so there's two. There's going to be a $299 version, which is going to contain controller, console, basically, and all the stuff you need to set it up. Then a $350 version, which also comes with like some special stands and stuff, but it also comes with Nintendo Land. What else was beyond that? Wii U gamepads are not going to be sold separately. You're going to get one with the console, and that's fucking it for now.
No.
So they're basically, I guess, banking on everyone owning Wiimotes or buying Wiimotes.
I hate that so much. I just hate it. It doesn't. The one like cool gimmicky thing about the Wii U that's new, is this gamepad, and they're not. It's just you get one. Piss off.
Continue.
I was just saying.
No, that's it.
Oh.
No, I just want to.
Can't.
What?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, in general, I can't make sense of a lot of the decisions Nintendo makes, and like I don't know how much longer they're gonna last. Like,
I said that when the Wii came out.
Yeah,
and that shit fucking
the freaking friend codes for every goddamn game is just the dumbest thing.
It doesn't matter, man. They still sell like crazy.
I know,
Okay, so
but
when Nintendo has revamped its online for the Wii U, they announced today. The system that they've shown looks a lot like Xbox Live. Like, it's got apps, there's something called, I think it's called Wii U TV, and the TV is like TIIVI.
Wii U TV 2U.
Yeah, Wii U TV 2U Sports Plus. And it integrates like Netflix and Hulu and shit like that, and they're claiming that their online play is revamped. But okay, so here's
so now instead of like it being held together by like one stick, it's like two sticks and some string.
Here's the perspective that we have for Nintendo, and I mean, I realize that things were looking somewhat dire for them when the GameCube was not doing so hot. But right now, as it stands, over the past few months, the Wii as a console has been selling about a third as many copies month to month as the Xbox 360, and about half as many as the PS3. So it's selling like under 100,000 units a month now, and the 360 probably by like whenever these consoles stop getting made, it will likely overtake the Wii for like best selling console this generation. So we had like a 80% to 20% share 5 years ago or 6 years ago, but is like struggling now. I think people largely are pretty fed up with like, well, maybe not fed.
They're
up.
weed out. Please say it.
They have been weeded out. So I don't know if like the thing that made Wii such a big seller was like, oh my god, fucking Wii bowling, man, like
right.
Wii tennis, like, or Wii sports, I guess in general, but
they should just make Wii Sports the console and just keep adding to it, man.
They already did. It came out 6 years ago. And that's not fair. That's an oversimplification, because there are good Wii games, and Nintendo makes them.
Nintendo makes them all.
Yeah, more or less.
No, I think it's all. Name one good third-party Wii game.
Price is Right?
Zombie U?
Oh, wait, did you say one good third-party Wii U game?
No, just Wii game.
Okay, well, to segue, there's a lot of third-party games announced for Wii U today. Bayonetta 2 was announced as a Wii U exclusive launch title.
Never played the first.
I know people are super into it. I never played it myself, but...
Doesn't she get naked when she does like her magic spells or something? And Her private.
No, that's the people who are playing it when they're gonna, you know.
No, then her private parts get covered by her hair.
Her private cards get covered by her hair too.
It's my favorite Howard. I almost said Howard Stone.
Private Parts was actually a pretty decent movie. I don't care what anybody says.
I never watched it.
Yeah, we
It's
watched about
funny.
10 seconds of it.
There's boobs. Howard Stern's pretty funny. I just like it's got a story. You root for him. You're rooting for him, the underdog, and then he becomes Go watch it. It's on Netflix. You ding dongs.
All right.
Yeah. So okay, in terms of like third party stuff that was announced for the Wii U, there was a lot of stuff announced as like this is going to come out in the launch window, and the launch window was confirmed by Nintendo as like, hey, November to March. So get ready for some of these titles coming at some point within the next, 3 to 6 months or 3 to 7 months. Okay, so we know the first party stuff already. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Online, Bayonetta 2, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I'm really excited for that one.
Is that sarcasm?
Yeah.
No.
Was that sarcasm?
Call of Duty Black Ops 2, so you know this is going to be a mature console for hardcore gamers. Epic Mickey 2, Power of You. NBA 2K13.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Jam. I was gonna. Yes.
I would actually not get it for that, but I would be happy.
I wouldn't get it for it, but I would say yeah. That looks fun.
Batman Arkham City Armored Edition. Madden 13, Zombie U, Mass Effect 3, Just Dance 4.
Wait, whoa. What?
Yeah, Mass Effect 3.
You're lying.
No,
He's not. Why would he lie?
That's a legit thing.
yeah, it's coming. It's not exclusive, but it's coming. Obviously, it's coming to the Wii U.
No, they're gonna pull all the copies from every
they're
owner
gonna
ever.
go to like everyone who bought it for the 360 and just take it
Sorry.
away. Sorry, you don't get it anymore.
So yeah, there's a
Just
lot of
saying
third-party stuff announced. Take that as you will.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's just a way for them to get in on this. Well, it's
Apparently, like Jeopardy is coming out, but I'm on Wikipedia, and it's spelled like Jeopardy, like Jepordy.
what? Wait, it's Wikipedia.
Yeah,
Just rename it to like Dix or something, and it'll still be there.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy Dix.
Somebody's gonna go onto that Wii U or the Wikipedia article.
Wiki U.
Wiggity, wow. Solo. It's called I Want to Rock Your Body.
To the break of dawn.
Alright, I'm glad you finished it. So yeah, that's Wii U.
They need all these third-party developers to figure out how to actually make the gimmick worth it. I think.
What a lot of people have brought up is that, yes, there's third-party support for it at launch, but is this third-party support going to stick around in like a year and a half, 2 years, once the new Xbox 360 and PlayStation probably come out?
Yeah, and whip the shit out of them. Nah, I don't know. I hate being condescending towards Nintendo since I like them.
Yeah.
But I can't root for something that I'm not interested in.
Yeah.
In the Wii U, I'm just not interested in. I mean, I'm interested in that because it's a new console coming out, but I don't see anything really revolutionary. I mean, the Wii U or the Wii had like its waggle controls. This has like a map.
They should make a they should make a shake weight game.
They should make.
I play my shake weight game every night. I pre-ordered my deluxe edition Wii U already.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna, since we're probably maybe gonna live together, I'm just gonna play yours.
Not allowed.
You gonna play as Wii U 2U?
Yeah.
You gotta buy a second one so we can have two controllers, man.
Oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
god, I fucking hate you, Nintendo.
Well, someone brought up a really good point, which is like, what if my Wii U controller breaks and then I have to wait like 6 weeks for Nintendo to send a replacement? Because you can't just go to the store and buy one.
You sure could. You could buy another
Yeah,
Wii U.
you buy another one, it comes with a free Wii or free Wii U.
Well, yeah, just buy. No, see, you just con them. You just buy the second Wii U,
Yeah.
put the busted controller in that box, be like, hey, this broke, and then you go back and you get your money
Nice.
Just buy the Mad Catz version.
back. Yeah.
I hate Mad Catz.
Bet Mad Catz is
Everyone
like,
hates
fuck. This controller's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Who's this guy? Okay.
Either way.
So people, generally speaking, there was other stuff about the Wii U that I've forgotten now, but generally speaking, the press was pretty condescending towards Nintendo's announcements today, and the general public seemed pretty condescending. The bright spot was like people being like, "Oh, Bayonetta 2, that's actually pretty cool," and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate Edition.
2? Oh,
I mean,
Wow.
I don't
Monster
care about
Hunter
Monster
3
Hunter,
to you.
but lots of people love Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it seems to have a pretty cult following along with
That's
it.
coming out in the launch window.
So sometimes between November and March.
Yeah, November and March,
March 2014.
maybe. Who knows?
Oh. Okay. So yeah, that's Wii U.
You guys excited?
No.
Yeah,
I kind
figured.
of. No. I don't know. I mean, I just want Nintendo to pull their heads out of their asses and
Just make a console.
yeah. I don't understand why they're making a 360 PS3 level of hardware though. I mean, I know they've never been about graphics, but it's like if they put an extra $50 into the console, they could get a decent more amount of power.
You know what, like, the Wii U strikes me as is like those girls that we all knew in like high school that like dyed their hair like orange and shit and like blue.
Oh yeah, Paige. Oh yeah.
Ouch.
Sorry, babe.
No, but then they like dyed their hair all these different colors, and they're like, "Aren't I cool? Like, check out this sweet hair that I got." And you're like, "Wow, that's sort of neat." And then you get to know them, and you're like, "Wow, you dyed your hair because you like don't have really that much of a personality." I'm not saying everybody who dyes their hair has no personality, but there are people like this that are like, "Oh, can you describe yourself in 6 words? I dye my hair funny colors." That's 6 words.
That is, in fact, 6 words.
What can I say? Former English teacher.
It's good. You should have been a
yeah,
math teacher.
it's like this superficial gimmick to cover up for the fact, and we can't say this really yet because we haven't spent much time hands-on with the Wii U, but to cover up the fact that what's on the inside is not that impressive.
No.
Give me a girl with brown hair and
like-
quadruple Ds.
And like 800 feet of intestines.
And down to 6'9".
I was making a beautiful point, and you guys took it away.
So you gotta have a bleached anus as well.
What?
I mean, that's just standard, really.
What is? Oh my god! What's it? It's always funny. Anyways, the name's Artemis. I got a bleached asshole.
Artemis, from the start of this, running the game. James West, taming the West. Remember your name. That's what.
Oh,
that's all
I'm not gonna.
You gotta,
Okay.
you gotta shake it. You gotta shake it. Wild card, bitches!
What else is
What are they laughing at?
Well,
New
do we
U
wanna talk
2 this week.
Okay, speaking of, can we talk about like something interesting?
No?
Can we just talk about Valve and Steam and like where they're going?
Yeah.
about hardware?
everything?
Valve making hardware.
Valve is just kind of making wakes again in video gaming. So we didn't get to talk about Greenlight last time.
I thought we did.
And we talked about it a little
Yeah,
bit,
we
like
did.
in the Q&A at the end. But like we didn't talk about like it.
It.
But another thing that Steam is doing is their big picture.
Yeah.
When I first saw this, I found like a link to like the YouTube on one of like the forums that I go to. And so it was just like this YouTube video where like Steam's big picture. I literally thought it was like a fan-made thing at first. Like, I was like, this isn't real. How could this be real? Steam isn't coming to my TV whenever I want. And then like I looked and it was like, yeah, that's actually on like the Steam-powered site. And I was like, holy shit, that seems really neat. So I want it to be awesome. And it's in beta right now. I don't have a TV in my room capable for this yet. But I'm thinking I kind of want to.
I do.
Now,
You can come live
okay,
with me.
thanks. No feedback from Ryan. That's okay.
I don't know what to say. I don't play games on my TV. My PC games I play on my monitor.
But if you had like would you rather play games looking at your monitor or like sitting on your TV?
Well,
I don't
the way
sit on my TV. I sit on my couch when I play games.
Wait, what did I say?
Sitting on your
Yeah,
TV.
don't sit on TV. That doesn't make any sense.
The way
No,
I
so-
like have my setup right now would mean like carrying my mouse and keyboard down to the basement. Wait, no, I would have to carry my TV.
Okay. Imagine that you lived in a world that you didn't have to do stupid shit like that.
In a world,
And like
where
you had
didn't have to do
like
shit
a TV and like your computer in like the same room.
One man, one desire.
One room apartment.
No, actually, that's something I might. It depends, when I move, because I got all this shit. That's a possibility.
I have a question though.
What?
Why do I have to get Steam? What do I have to get Big Picture for? Can't I just hook my computer up to a TV? Like, what is Steam? What is Big Picture doing for me that's better than just plugging HDMI in from my TV?
It has
from my
a
computer?
better UI for use with a controller.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's it. How does it? Am I still like plugging HDMI from my PC to my TV?
Well, I assume so.
And so I just load up this application and it just has controller support.
It's set up because like the Steam, the way it's set up right now is not really conducive to navigating with the controller. So Big Picture from the like the gameplay footage, from the footage that I've seen, basically just looks like an Xbox Live style UI. So it's much more easy to navigate with a controller, but
Okay, so it's still the Steam. It's still you're hooking your computer up to a TV, except this Steam application. When you load it up, like a regular application, you just go to Start menu, whatever, and you load up Big Picture. It's just this cool UI that works for your
I
controller.
believe so.
Yes.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, because like the thing with big TVs and shit is usually you're not going to be sitting up close on a desk with your keyboard and shit. You want to sit a little further back on your couch, which doesn't work so well if you got like a coffee table, whatever. It's just bad ergonomics. You're going to pull a muscle or get a sore back or something. So that's why you got to use a controller pretty much if you're on a big TV a lot of the time. I find anyways.
I wonder if is there any comfortable way to like use like a wireless keyboard and mouse and like sit on a couch and play games on a TV?
Yeah, you just get one of those little like bed and breakfast tray table thingies that's and then you just sit back on your couch and you put it over your lap, and then you do that. You could get two of them, one for the keyboard, one for the mouse.
And one for your dong. What? That doesn't make any
Not
sense.
necessary.
Let's just let it slide.
All right, I'll let it slide in you.
No.
In you, Wii U too.
Ah.
So yes, Big Picture. I think I'm excited for. I want a nice TV for that, but not yet. So Steam also greenlight.
Yeah.
And games have just been green lit.
I like that.
Yes. So 10 games. Black Mesa. Did that really need to be greenlit? Isn't that just a mod anyways?
You sound like you're going to say something important there.
I don't know the answer to that question.
It sounded like he was just disappointed in anything that I
What
said.
it means is that it's going to be distributed on Steam, so it's going to get way more visibility. I guess. That's what a lot of the stuff that got greenlit was like, hey, like this is free to play. Just vote for it, you dangus. You don't have to buy it. It's free.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's my opinion on that.
So all this shit is free?
Not all of it. Like Project
No.
Zomboid got approved. There was
McPixel, No More Room in Hell, Dream, Towns, which looks like Minecraft.
Isn't Towns that game that this idiot over here was involved in?
Hey, idiot. Were you involved in Towns?
No, I've never played Towns
I thought that was the game he played on Reddit.
on Reddit. Oh, you mean Tribal Hero?
Ah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's
Towns.
browser based. I don't think that would ever. I think they were last time I haven't played that in a long time. But last I heard, they were working on iOS and Android apps, but I don't think that ever go straight on PC. It's all browser based.
Towns kind of looks like Dwarf Fortress with a UI. Maybe.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about the. I'm just watching this video on Silent, but yeah, it looks kind of neat. I don't know. I don't really know anything about that, but I think it's really cool. I mean, greenlit. It's giving people an opportunity to upvote some games. But you can also downvote them. I don't just give it like a thumbs up. And why does everything have to be thumbs down?
Because if something's truly a disgrace to the art of video games and a waste of the resources of Steam, and honestly, it's
well, then just don't vote it up.
The thumbs down doesn't actually make it less likely that the game will get made or get greenlit.
Okay.
I should say. The thumbs down is just there so that it tailors your queue for games that you are more likely to thumbs up, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So by
right.
thumbing it down, you're less likely to get games like that in the future. I think the way that Steam does it is basically just by number of thumbs up, not like thumbs up versus thumbs down.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Tower Climb's on greenlit, so go thumbs up that.
Oh, I will.
I'm gonna down it.
Nah, don't
It doesn't do
that.
anything.
It's a good game. All right.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's. You think? I mean, it's good for gaming, good for indie devs. Yes, no.
Yeah?
I think it's better in general. I mean, it should weed out a decent amount of garbage, anyways.
Especially with the new $100 fee that you got to pay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the Greenlight now is a $100 fee. There's positives and negatives about Greenlight that should be brought up. The big positive is that now the fans have kind of control to a certain extent over what is going to get on Steam. The negative that I've heard is there's a lot of stuff like, oh, it's $100. Quite frankly, if you can't scrounge up $100 either through sales directly through your website or through your own pockets, basically your own budget for the game, your game probably doesn't have the credentials required to get on Steam anyway, and it definitely doesn't have the fan support required to get the number of votes necessary. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The big negative that I've heard now is that there is no other way, potentially, for indie games to get on Steam. There's no other application anymore. So you basically have to have a relationship with Steam, have a relationship with someone at Valve, or get your game approved through Greenlight. That's the way it is right now, anyway.
Well, how was it before?
There was an application that you sent in, and then someone from Valve would take a look at your game.
Well, I mean, that's actually okay. Does it necessarily have to be upvoted on Greenlight? Because if Valve looks at Greenlight and sees the game that they just want on there anyways, can't they just be like, well, let's just fucking put it on there. It's our system.
Yeah, I assume so. I mean, it's all still up in the air right now, but the people who are having very negative reactions to Greenlight right now are like, it's all just going to be zombie games and Minecraft clones.
Maybe. I don't know. There's zombie games on there now. I don't want to say there's a Minecraft clone. I don't think Towns is a Minecraft clone.
No, there actually is something like Blockscape or some bullshit. I don't know.
Oh. Well,
I don't know if
there goes me paying.
Pardon?
Did it get approved?
I don't know. I was just gonna say I don't know if it actually got approved, but it looked like a more realistic version of Minecraft. Like it didn't actually look like blocks or something. But maybe that was just from the one still image I saw of it. So
I mean, from the 10 that got in, I think it's a pretty diverse.
Yeah, I
group.
think it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, you got Black Mesa, Heroes and Generals, online first-person shooter with strategic multiplayer campaign.
Have any of you guys played McPixel yet?
no.
No, but I saw Nick play.
Oh, like
Rock
Rock Lee
Lee
Smile.
Smile.
YouTube.com/Rock Lee Smile 2012.
Woo!
That kid's
Prestige
awesome.
worldwide.
So McPixel's making a ton of press because what happened with the release of that game is the developer saw that it was up on the Pirate Bay and basically got in there and was like, hey, thanks for checking out my game, here's some free codes, and everyone on the Pirate Bay was like, oh my god, I'm coming in my pants right now. This guy shares our vision of angelic piracy, oh my god, change my underwear, right? So I'm not saying that McPixel's necessarily a shitty game, I haven't played it, but all of the press that I've seen has basically been check out how this dude made piracy work for him, because now he's a god to some of these people, and that's pretty much
Still not making money.
allowed him to get onto Greenlight now. So now this is going to work out awesome for him, because now his game's going to be on sale on Steam, and he'll probably make a lot of money. That's sweet if his game is sweet, but I'm a little bit cynical about it because it's I don't know. It's a bit It's like if somebody stole your car or something and you knew you could never catch him anyway, and you're like, oh, I forgive you. I mean, of course that dude's going to be like, hey, that guy's a nice guy. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you
I
don't.
I stopped listening, actually.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
News. Is there any other big news?
Half-Life 4 got announced.
Half-Life 4 got green light.
They got enough votes necessary. Barely.
Yep.
Yeah, people didn't really seem to like it all that much. I don't know.
Well, they were like, where's Half-Life 3? And Valve was like, eventually.
Gabe ate it. All right.
Rizzle.
So, upcoming releases.
Wait, one second. I'm checking out if there's more news.
You're on Reddit.
Get out of Gone Wild. Stop posting pictures of your ding dong.
I'm on giantbomb.com.
He's so bald. Does the carpet match the drapes?
Giantdong.com.
Giantdong.com.
Is that a real website? Somebody tell me.
I'll check it.
Oh, he's checking
I'm
it.
being murdered by dongs.
Spinning around. Not the dong, like the Google Chrome.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't look like it.
I should buy that.
Quick, everyone rush to GoDaddy.
Oh, God. No, don't use GoDaddy. Fucking horseshit. They had, like, their servers went down. Like, anybody who was hosted with GoDaddy the other day.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
GiantDong.com is already taken.
Oh.
You can get giant dash dong or large dong or vast dong.
I like vast.
I like
vast
dong.
For only $48,000.
What about
for $272.67? You can get bigcocksmobile.com.
What about horse dong?
1 second, I'm liking these suggestions that they're bringing. How about dongauniform.com? That's only $2,000.
What about dong U2 Wii Sports?
Is there dong a day?
You want me to search dong a day? I'll check it. And then every day you just put a new picture of a dong?
Yeah, every day is a new dong.
Google is just like monitoring his search results right now. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, the night is always darkest just before the dawn. Okay, well, you can get
the night's always darkest just before the dawn.
Dongaday.com is fine.
Like, as in it's available?
Yeah, you can also get Dongaday, like with dashes.
Oh, no, I don't want dashes.
It kind of came up with some silly results. For $34,000, you can get Infobunga.com.
What?
Stupid.
For $1,000, you can get ArmgadeDonPaydays.com.
What about
Hey Gay the Heist?
Dong of the Dead?
I'll check it.
And horse dong. Don't forget horse dong.
Okay, horse dong, I'll definitely check it. First, Dong of the Dead.
Horse dong kills man. .com.
Oh, let's try horse dong first.
This is really where we're going with this. This is like
for science.
Horsedong.com is available.
How much?
$12.
Dude, that's
you can also get
price,
pony dong and equine dong.
What about fox dong?
Well, I mean, if you really want to go to the next level, you can get horseabuse.com for about $1,200.
I mean, I'm sure I could actually. You could make a lot of money from that doing some like horseabuse.org. You get a bunch of cowboys who would support that shit like crazy.
Oh
I'm serious.
Dong of the Dead is already taken.
You should go to it and see what it looks like.
But Dong of the Expired is available.
I guess that's,
and
Dong of the Deceased.
For $670, you can get deadbeatparents.net.
Yeah, that's
all right.
Hey, yeah, Dong of the Dead is not safe for work, just by the
way. What? And you must describe it to us.
All right, well, the first...
I'll be back in a second. You guys describe it.
It's like girls, videos, members, and chat. And so, like, the zombies love to eat women parts. So, like, the first is, like, two chicks. That's the first image. And the second image is two chicks. And then the third, and, like, down is, like, two chicks and a dude.
Oh, nice.
And they're having a good time.
They're having sex?
I'm not going to say anything like that, but it's certainly not safe for work. Where did Ryan go?
I think he went to get water or probably more coffee.
I think he's actually just taken a moment to investigate the site for himself.
Horsedong.net or...
No, I was thinking Dong of the Dead. But Dong of the Day, that's a pretty good one.
That is.
Surprised.
We could, we'll just, gear it towards...
It would be a good Tumblr.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, because you just tumble all those artsy pictures of, like, dudes squeezing their penises into buttholes and stuff.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you can get like pictures of people like docking.
No, we're not going to talk about that.
Again.
Yeah, just Urban Dictionary. Anyways, can we talk about upcoming games?
Yeah, Ryan or somebody do the drum roll and also just say it, the games.
Faster Than Light comes out tomorrow.
I was going to get that when I got home because you were playing it. I was like, motherfucker, got a review copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get it tomorrow, though. Tomorrow's Friday, so why the hell not? Woo,
I guess that's upcoming releases. New releases. Closure, we talked about. Arkham City, this is PC, by the way. Arkham City Game of the Year Edition. To the Moon, we talked about. Intrusion 2, we talked about. Gateways, we talked about. Transcripted and Critter Crunch are both indie/casual/puzzlers that are out on Steam now. Continent of the Ninth Seal, new free-to-play game on Steam. And I Am Alive finally came out for Steam as well.
Good stuff.
How about on the...
You know what they say, a dong a day keeps the doctor away. And then you'll be alive.
On the AAA side of the consoles, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 has come out. We talked about that. Mark of the Ninja came out last Friday. That game is awesome, and you should all definitely buy it.
Absolutely.
Mark of the Ninja, it's not. It's coming for PC
eventually,
later.
maybe.
It's like one of the highest rated indie games right now.
It's at 90 on Metacritic, best reviewed Xbox Live Arcade game of the year.
Wow.
There you go.
NHL 13 came out this week.
Hey, Chaos off Deponia. I thought that was already out.
What did you
remember
say?
that off Deponia game that you were talking about? Like
that was Deponia.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Octoponia.
It's Chaos off Deponia.
I don't know what you're saying.
The words that you're saying don't make any sense.
Okay, like chaos, like chaos, and then like AUF is like a German word, and then Deponia.
I guess that's the game.
Chaos? Yeah. Is it like Chaos of Deponia? Is that what it's supposed to say?
It's in there. It's chaos. It's AUF Deponia.
No, but it's like AUF German for of.
I'm not German, man.
Well, I'm asking you anyways.
Why would you just Google Translate?
Is it Deponia? Like, can you look at the graphics?
Yeah, the from Eurogamer.net, it's a question mark. So
oh my God.
No.
So you have no information for us.
I have no information.
Kirby Dream Collection Special Edition came out for the Wii.
Kirby's so sick.
I like Kirby. Kirby's cool.
I like Kirby.
It's good.
Again, it's always the first party Nintendo games.
They get it going.
They get it right.
Trist comes out tomorrow. As for new releases, next week is big on new releases. By the way, Joe Danger comes out on Friday.
Upcoming releases.
Upcoming releases. Just want to mention Joe Danger 2 out this Friday. Upcoming releases. Borderlands 2 is going to be big. That's next Tuesday. Torchlight 2 comes out next Friday. That's going to be big too.
Yep.
Worms
Revolution
comes out next week?
I don't know. I see it on Steam. Worms Revolution. Let's pre-purchase it now.
Does it come out next week?
October 10th. Is that next week?
No, that's like a month away.
Well, then no. It's not a new release or upcoming.
Well, it is technically upcoming.
Well, yeah, it'll come out in a month. So, keep your eye on it.
La Mulana is coming out for Windows 7 phone?
Which is dumb because Windows Phone 8 is like around the corner.
Half-Minute Hero, Super Mega Neo Climax Ultra Boy.
That comes out at the end of this month.
Yes. It's a long-ass
Connect
title.
National Geographic TV comes out next week. Connect
What does
Sesame
that mean?
Street comes out next week.
What does that mean?
You can look at pictures of bears and shit.
I love bears.
F1 2012. End of Nations comes out next week, I guess.
Didn't that already come
It's in
out?
beta.
Oh.
Was there anything else on Steam that was coming out next week that I thought looked... Primal Carnage might come out next week.
Is that like Turok?
Yeah, it's like Natural Selection 2 in the sense that there's like two different classes, like humans and dinosaurs, and then you fight it out, I guess.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't get excited for dinosaur games because I remember Dino Beatdown.
Oh, that was bad too.
Yeah, Colin was in the
I don't know. Maybe I'll look at Primal Carnage because I never suffered through Dino Beatdown.
We should all play Dino Beatdown.
Nope.
No, we
You
should.
should all play Dino Beat Off together.
That would be a pretty good circle.
Train Simulator 2013 comes out next week.
I'm excited for that.
No, you're not.
I might be. I don't know.
We decided that you're not.
I love Steam's like marketing, like when you mouse over an upcoming title and it has like the marketing blurb.
Yes.
The Testament of Sherlock Holmes comes out next week in all caps. You are Sherlock Holmes and this is your investigation. Does that really need to be in caps?
It's Hulk Hogan, man.
Listen, brother. Train Simulator 2013 doesn't have any caps.
It doesn't need any.
No.
Does Primal Carnage have caps?
Skyrim is Epic Fantasy Reborn.
Primal
No
Carnage
caps.
doesn't have caps. That's probably like a new
Not
way
at
to
all.
filter games. You can be like, does this game have caps in its marketing blurb? It's probably not very good then. Maybe. Borderlands 2 doesn't
Maybe.
have caps.
I don't think a lot of them have
Shut
cats.
your mouth.
They might have cats.
Dogfight 1942 has caps.
What is that? Is that like a plain game, obviously, you know?
No, it is.
It's a train simulator.
Not. Yeah. Train
Fuck
sim.
off!
It's the Michael Vick story.
Dogfight 1942. The Michael Vick story. The Northernlion story.
Yeah, it could work.
Alright, so that's new releases, upcoming releases.
Alright.
Yes.
That's good. I'm excited for Borderlands 2.
Chaos off Deponia. Yeah, I'm excited for Borderlands 2 as well. It comes out on Tuesday. I'm going to buy 3 more computers and play 4 copies of it at the same time.
Do it.
That'd be pretty sweet.
It'd be stupid,
On
actually.
Steam Big Picture.
Bye.
I'm excited for it, man. I want.
Let's do some questions.
Alright.
Let's do some Q&A.
I got some questions on up here. Moving on up to the east side. Well, okay, first question. What do you guys think about Steam's new big picture mode?
I love it.
Love it.
Bring it on.
What the... No, that's a Wii U question. We talked about that. If you only had one genre to choose, which genre do you think the strongest games have come from? Other
Train
than
Simulator.
All the Train Simulator games.
I don't know. That's a tough question. Strongest games come from genre? I can't think like that, man. There's good and bad in every genre. Same goes for books, goes for movies, goes for music, all that shit.
If I could only play one genre, I would probably just play roguelikes, I guess.
I would have to agree, just because it's hard for it to get stale unless the mechanics are just really shitty or something. But
Yeah, I don't want to say I feel like it's a cop-out, because it's not, because they're awesome freaking roguelikes. But I mean, I guess for perpetually, like, generated levels and shit, it never really does get old.
Man, we got a lot of questions.
yeah, we got a shit ton. Next question. Are you looking forward to other planets being introduced in the Kerbal Space Program in the next update? I know I am.
Mike is.
I guess I am. Fucking, it's space, man.
It's space.
You get to travel and do shit. When the apocalypse comes, I'm going to be ready. Stan and I are going to make a real rocket. I'm going to the moon, baby.
You can pilot it. I'll be inside of it.
Yeah, you're going to weigh it down with your horse dong and stuff.
I have a biology degree, man. I'll grow the plants and shit.
I can grow the plants. I got a fucking garden in the back. I don't need you.
You need somebody to tell you which mushrooms are poisonous.
Actually, Stan did pick up a mushroom in the backyard the other day, and I was like, don't eat it. I don't know.
They eat it?
Yeah, he gave it to the chickens.
Oh, man.
They're still alive. They
But
ate
now
it
you're
all.
eating the eggs.
I haven't actually eaten eggs in like a couple weeks, so maybe I'll just like let it get out of their system. No bioaccumulation for this guy.
Well, first you'd have to feed it to like 1,000 earthworms or something.
We've been feeding them grasshoppers. They fucking go crazy over them, and they make for good eggs, good protein, good energy. Just so you got, because we got like, there's a lot of grasshoppers here, so you just catch a few and you crush their heads, and then you give them to them.
What?
Well, because if they jump around, the chickens can't get them. You gotta kill them.
Rocky caught a chicken. Why can't the chicken catch a cricket?
What?
What they can, but they're stupid
Rocky
idiots.
caught a chicken?
Yeah. Have you ever seen
I've
Rocky?
seen Rocky.
Yeah.
You had to chase the chicken and
Is that
catch
Rocky?
it.
Anybody can do that.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult, to be honest.
All right, Fox.
Chicken.
You try to go to Philadelphia and catch a wild
Why
chicken.
don't I go to my backyard and catch 6 of them?
We gotta go in Philadelphia, man, because chickens aren't wild rampant in Philadelphia. They are in
Philadelphia
Saskatchewan.
sounds like a wild place.
It's pretty crazy, man.
All right, next question. I don't want to answer most anticipated game of 2012? That's a hard question.
Yeah, it's probably
Revelations.
Borderlands too.
I mean, just for the aspect, I don't think in terms of like an individual game, I'm so much excited about it more than any others, but just that it's going to be online co-op, playing with you guys, RPG. I think it's going to have overall like a good experience.
I think it's that's the game I'm really most looking forward to playing right
Pretty
now.
psyched for Dishonored too.
Yeah, Dishonored's going to be, I mean, it played decent, sort of. I don't.
It didn't wow me with its initial trailers or anything, but you guys keep talking about it, so it makes me kind of
It's
more
just great
interested, I
marketing,
suppose.
man. Throw this party, give everybody free alcohol. Who's gonna say bad things about your game?
Yeah,
That's right. I mean,
they had mini meatballs too.
They did have mini meatballs
on toothpicks. I fucking hate that shit though. You see these guys they were going back outside to get to the bar, and they've got like nothing but meatballs on their plate. First of all, diversify a little bit. They had a ton of good shit there. Second of all, these guys had like 2 dozen meatballs. And I was like, seriously? There's like 100 people here. Just save some for the rest of the starving people. Fuck. Meatballs. Anyways, what was the next question? Thoughts on Wii U? We already talked about that. Steam Big Picture, we talked about that. Terraria on console?
Yeah,
What do you
Terraria
guys-
got announced for Xbox Live Arcade and PSN.
I haven't played it yet.
I think it's cool.
Should I get it for 360?
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm not
I
the
can't-
boss of you.
Earlier, you guys were the boss of me when you said something.
Well, yeah, we get to pick and choose, but I mean, you have to ask the question first.
Shut up.
Alright. Here's a loaded question. Do you wish you had chosen a different career path at any points?
Man, your career is like in flux. You just
Career-
go with
yeah,
the
it's-
flow.
Yeah,
Cr-
that's what I've been doing.
My career is life.
Exactly, man.
Weird.
I don't know. I honestly don't really say I have a career yet. Career is different than a job, and it's not like people get out of school and all of a sudden you start your career or whatever. That's not necessarily how it goes. I don't know. It's like, fuck. It's hard to answer. Either
Man,
way.
I didn't choose this career. This career chose me.
No, you decided to start making videos. That was your choice. It was you.
The career chose me.
Okay, here's a question for Ryan. Many people who play Basement Collection are saying that Spewer should have a remake like Meat Boy to Super Meat Boy. Opinions?
Sure, I mean, Spewer is probably the best game in the Basement Collection, and it could do with like some extra polish and like a new release. But at this point, just fucking leave Edmund McMillan and Tommy alone. Let them make a new game. It's been like over 2 years now since Meat Boy finished development, or closing in on 2 years anyway. Like, Edmund's been busy with The Binding of Isaac. No more remakes. Just let them do their own thing now.
What if their own thing is remakes?
Well, I mean, then remake Spewer, I'm sure it's going to be a fun time. But people are always like, hey, Edmund, add more content to The Binding of Isaac. Remake your old games. All right, dude, maybe just do whatever you want now. You've done like 2 years of fan service. Make something creative. I'm sure it'll be awesome. Exercise your creative juices.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Good stuff. Good show.
I don't
Good
want any
show.
more remakes. I can play Spewer. I want something new like Spewer 2.
Exactly. Okay, here's one. Do you guys enjoy pen and paper RPGs?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I
haven't played one in a while, but I enjoy me up on some D&D.
I've always wanted to get into like D&D, and like every few years our mutual friend is like, "Hey, I'm gonna do a D&D campaign."
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. Who tried to trade you pizza for Borderlands 2.
There's a communication
Well, I can't
mix-up.
give you a pizza. I could give you $15 off a pizza if you come and pick it up.
Man thought Borderlands 2 was $15.
It's a
It
communication
saved
error.
$15.
But yes, one of my friends did try to buy Borderlands 2 off me for a free pizza and a discount on pizza in the future, as long as I came into the store to pick it up.
Which anybody gets that deal. Which is bullshit.
Yeah, it's even better when Ryan does that.
Anyways, no, but I haven't traditionally like ever really played a pen and paper game. Did some forum stuff a while ago. I can't even remember the name of the one game. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I play with Mike Ireland and Mike Renell. You guys remember him? Well,
Yeah.
Smith.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's-
That's his guest. I know him.
What?
That's
my
Northernlion's guest.
Oh, okay.
One time we were playing like Rainbow Six Online, and he was my guest on Xbox Live.
And that is forever how I know
he's
that
the
guy.
guest.
I think I blew him up with a
He
grenade.
did. He jumped really high.
Yeah, it was very high. This is the highest grenade I think I ever made someone
This
do.
is a wonderful story. Wonderful.
You're just jelly wasn't
So
you.
I don't have a story about D&D. Well, about like me playing it because I've never played it. But when I was in Korea, there was like this guy that we worked with who was pretty cool, and he was friends with this dude who started up a D&D campaign. And then there was this other guy we worked with who was like, "Oh, awesome! Can I come?" So they all went to this D&D thing, and then the dude who kind of like inserted himself into the dynamic wanted to like role play a lone wolf, like not just a lone dude, but like a dude who was like a wolf person and was also alone. So like the other guy told me the story of how like the first D&D meeting went down. It would be like the three of like it was a 4-person group, and then like the three of them except for the lone wolf guy would like do all this campaign stuff, and then the other guy would just be like, he sits alone in the woods waiting for his prey.
And that's
And
it.
yeah, basically, and then they'd like fight together, and the DM would be like talking to the wolf guy, and be like, "You find some treasure. Do you want to split it with your team and keep it for yourself?" And he's like, "I think I'll just keep it for myself." And then he never got invited back to the D&D game.
D&D. You should just be like, you find like a wild mushroom.
You're dead.
Then like, do you eat it? And like, if he eats it, then like he just like gets diarrhea and he dies.
And if he doesn't eat it, it turns out to be like a landmine or something.
If he sniffs it, it gives out a pheromone, and then he fucks a bear, and the bear murders him.
That's gross.
So yeah, I've never played them, but I'm interested in them. We just never had something stable enough to get something really going.
It's true. It's true. You need a good setup. Thoughts on Arma 3 developers getting arrested in Greece for taking photos of a military base? I did not know about that.
Yeah, I heard about that. Don't take pictures of military bases, and you won't get arrested.
They're making
They're
Arma
making
3, man. They need it to be as
they're
realistic as possible.
The game is, yeah.
Just like Google that shit.
I don't know. It sucks. Hopefully they get that shit sorted out. I mean,
They probably should have
not
done that.
no, they should have
Yeah.
asked for like some clearance, or I don't know, asked for some.
Just taking
Mil-
pictures of... No, it's cool. We make a video
what-
game.
That's sad. Steam are looking to expand hardware, blah blah blah. We talked about all that stuff,
Yeah.
sort of. I don't feel like talking about it again.
I don't think Steam needs to make a console, man.
I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, they don't need to. They
My
don't need
Steam
to do
console
anything.
is my PC.
Right.
The only reason I can understand wanting to make a console is only for like standardization and making things easier. But yeah, I know it's dumb in a way too. People want to be like, well, I spent $3,000 on this PC. I want to make games for me, make them sweet. So I don't know. We got enough console. I mean, I'm happy with the 360 and the PS3, to be honest.
I mean, if Valve sold like computers like an Alienware and sold as like a Steam PC, I mean, I'd be cool with that because I mean, you don't have to say that every game's gonna run on it. Just fucking say that it's made by Valve and people will buy it.
Yeah.
Possible. We'll see what they do because they've got hardware. They hired hardware peeps and shit. So I don't know. Sorry, that was just me making mouth weird noises. I think Wii U will do in terms of sales and success in the first few weeks.
Very good.
I don't know.
I'm sure a lot of parents will buy it for their kids.
People are going to be pissed when they open it up and see that it only has one controller if they didn't do research beforehand.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you mean it only has one controller?
People who are buying it probably already have a Wii.
Most people. I don't have any Wiimotes, though.
I have two. Right. They're stored in a box in my parents' basement, 3,000 kilometers away.
That's pretty cool.
Do they still get signal from there?
We get signal.
Yeah.
Like, can your parents play Wii Tennis on your TV or something?
Yeah.
That must be hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, next question, because I don't like speculating. I mean, the console's going to do well to some extent, I'm sure, but anyways, for Ryan, are you going to start doing ridiculous challenges in Isaac to make it more interesting, i.e. no food?
Yeah, maybe. When I saw that tweet, I was kind of confused. I thought he meant I should starve myself before recording the video.
You should. You start hallucinating and becoming forgetful.
Don't go to sleep for 36 hours.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, gotta keep Isaac fresh. It's getting remade soon, so keep the train rolling.
We'll do some co-op. I'm excited to see co-op in that game.
Yeah, me too.
How do you think that's gonna work?
There's gonna be another person.
Yeah, usually it's.
I mean, but do you think? I mean, other than just having another person to help out,
I think that's it.
Do you think they're gonna? Is it gonna be more difficult because
they're actually gonna build it on the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 engine? Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Sports U2.
Tekken Tag Team Tournament 2 U.
Can you imagine if U2 came out with a Rock Band game on Wii U? Or they came out with 2 Rock Band games on Wii U? Rock Band U2
U2 Wii U U2
No.
U2.
Rock Band U U2 2.
Rock Band 2 U2 2
U.
Wii U.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
I like Rock Band U2 U2.
Me too.
Rock Band U.
Because the first U is for Rock Band U.
Yes.
Then
2.
U2.
The sequel. Yeah. No, Rock Band U.
The second Rock Band U.
The sequel. It's the sequel. Yeah, it's the second Rock Band. So Rock Band U2 U2
edition. Please stop.
2.
Alright. Okay, next question. Why do you insist on Michael Ale Fox? Can we just call you Malf or Foxy Lady?
Yes.
I don't think I insist on Michael Ale Fox, but
I can call you.
I mean that's my username, but call me whatever you want. You can call me Treebeard if you want. I don't care.
Stay a while and listen to Treebeard.
That's not Treebeard.
Yeah, it's Deckard Cain. I don't know why I did that. I'm not a tree. I'm an ant.
How's that? Treebeard is hey, don't call me a tree, but
I'm an ant.
Yeah, I just said the quote.
Yeah, but he named himself Treebeard. That's what I'm saying. If my name was Dickface, and someone was hey, Dick, and I'm don't call me Dick.
I am Face.
How do you come up with Dick being the short form for Richard?
I don't know. There's someone in my family, but I don't know how it works out.
You're a real Mr. Head, a real Richard Head. Anyway.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Rock
here's a
band.
good one I like. You for Ryan. You recently did a Bane impression on one of your videos. Will you continue this career in voice acting?
Yeah,
Come on,
probably.
give us some Bane right now.
Give me a second here. You got to start with the Michael Caine and then build into the Bane.
Yeah. And you don't do the broken voice.
Yeah, so I do 2 impressions, and they're both Lucky Me in the Batman films. Michael Caine just starts. I tried to do my Michael Caine impression yesterday, and I lost it a little bit. Like, I can always hold like one impression in my brain, and then once I learn another impression that's like 2% good, then the other one just falls out. So it's like Michael Caine is like, and you don't need a broken voice.
Why do we fall down, Mr. Wayne?
I made a promise to Master Wayne. I would take care of you. I've broken that promise.
You sound like Deeves. Deeves. He's that kind of slightly squealy-ish voice almost. Oh, he's funny Brit who doesn't have a British accent.
And you don't do the broken
Michael
voice.
Caine.
Okay,
I'm
now you gotta
losing
do
it, see?
Bane though.
Well, the Bane one is like,
Bane.
it would hurt a great deal.
What the fuck? Granted, I never saw the movie.
I haven't
but
seen
it's
it yet
like-
either, but
It's
I really want. Oh, that's good stuff. Keep it up. Keep it
yeah, keeping it going.
up. Okay, green.
You take the
let's
shadows
see.
on your eye.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna record you doing that and set it to my alarm clock every morning. Just like- and I'll put it on loud so like you'll be able to hear it in your room like 20 rooms over or whatever.
Big damn house. That you guys are
We're buying the entire like top floor of
What
the
are you doing
apartment.
with the middle 18th floor room?
We're buying Wayne Manor.
Garbage rooms.
Garbage rooms. We're gonna be on hoarders.
Hoarders.
When we were at PAX, Fox and I watched like a 9-hour hoarders marathon.
And they were all different episodes. It was so good.
There's this one dude he had so much trash in his apartment that to get from room to room, he had to like mountain climb over his trash.
He had like 3 feet of clearance max between the bottom or the top of the garbage and the ceiling.
That's
It was
like,
really
people-
great. He'd like walk into a room and be like, or climb into a room and be like, well, this is my bedroom. And then he'd do like a panoramic and it was just like 4 feet high in all directions of trash.
The best is when he like actually falls and he gets stuck inside some of his room. And his sleeping area, he just sleeps under a blanket with like an old ratty pillow on a 3 foot by 3 foot patch of ground.
And it's the only place in his apartment or house that is not covered in trash.
Yeah, he's like, I spend most of my time in here. And then he cleans himself in his sink because his shower has stuff in it or something. I forget what happened.
how do you go like transition like that one day that like there's just too much shit in your shower? You're like,
He has no toilet. He said he has to go to fast food places to shit.
Yeah,
And then
his
all
toilet
I could
doesn't
think
work.
of is like, how does he clean his asshole? Like,
there's toilet paper in.
Yeah, but you gotta give it a rub down now and then.
I mean, you know, water. You gotta just like.
I mean, if the man is living in garbage, I'm not so certain that he cares about rubbing
His
it down.
biggest concern was like, you know, I'd like a lady in my life and stuff, and
he lived in a house. It was basically like 4 feet high, like a trash ocean. It was seriously like just mountains of trash.
they classified him as a level 5 horror. I think that's the highest level.
It's like a Category 5
horror.
hurricane coming through.
Funny. Okay. Anyways, somebody said, "Oh, Alexander is asking, do you need to polish your head?"
I don't need to.
Do you?
No.
Should you?
I guess so.
Will
if I wanted
you?
it to be super shiny or something.
Will
Probably
you?
not. I don't see the point.
Well, like next time I see
You can blind people with
like,
it.
if I see some like Vaseline, I'm just gonna rub it on your head.
We're gonna
All
stick
right.
his head in one of those bowling ball thingies.
That would probably kill me.
Homer Simpson did it. You can do it too. And also the other half of that question is, anyone interested in the Oculus Rift? Didn't we talk about that a while ago?
Yeah, it's the
Wait.
like VR Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, nah.
Eh.
Eh.
I think like at that point I was like, yeah, it could be cool, and then I'm just like, oh, I lost interest. You sound like
That's
Kazooie.
a pretty good. It does sound like Kazooie.
Here's a good question. Do any of you have backup plans for making YouTube videos? Or like, what would you do if you...
This isn't a primary plan.
Yeah. What would you do if you didn't make videos? Well, I actually have a full-time job that I still go to, so that's
Oh, big
actually
man.
like my main thing.
Yeah, me too.
Same with Smith. Ryan's the only like YouTube all the time guy.
I don't even have ads in my videos, guys.
I'm on
It's-
YouTube full time.
His backup plan is to get an apartment with me, and then when all shit goes down the toilet, he's just gonna eat my food out of the fridge.
Like, if I didn't do this, I would just have more free time.
This is my job.
Oh.
That's his job. Yeah, but what happens if it's not? What if you get fired?
It's impossible.
Then he's gonna be a biologist.
I'll just get
Go
a
back
job
to
for
Korea.
Polygon or something.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could do that whenever they start up. Well, I guess they're working out of the Verge right now. I'm waiting.
Yeah,
I'm
you
waiting
can work
on
out of the
their
Verge.
website. It's better be
You
good.
could work for Wayne Enterprises.
I made a promise to Master Wayne. That does sound like Deeves. I'm making a Deeves face when I say it.
It does. Do his Joby face is good.
Oh, Joby!
Joby, you're gonna get your feet wet. Question: do you guys have any funny college stories? I think we should save that for another day.
Yeah.
'Cause we do, we
Yeah.
do, but I just don't. You know.
Ryan pissed on some rocks outside of this one house, and he said it was really
I pissed on a
zen-like.
lot of things in college.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we.
it's
all
a point
did.
of pride to like see what you can get away with in terms of pissing. For me, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, looking forward. We already answered that. I'm 21 today. Did you fuckers get me anything?
I got you this podcast for tomorrow.
We
Today.
answered your question.
That's Yorkshire Tom, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
he's a
like
cool
that
guy.
He's a cool guy. He's a great guy. Love you, Tom.
You're a cool guy. From me to you, too.
You too.
We too. You too.
Here's one for Smith. I want channel updates. Are you done with Alan Wake? What happens in the end with all the new stuff coming up? New LPs come.
Alan Wake. Oh, I want new LPs are on the way at some point. I just moved into like a new house. I'm just getting like comfortable here and like doing shit.
Ooh.
Alan Wake, maybe I might revisit at
That's a
some
no.
point.
You should do it for
Yes.
this.
It is, but it's not. Like I do want to go back, but it's like a bitch to record because I have to do it like everything in like one sitting, and I have to like edit it. And so like when I upload it, it's just like wherever the fuck I wanted to cut that video
Oh,
at.
yeah.
That's where it ends, and like it just starts because like I didn't, because I've never played through the game, and I don't want to like do that. I'd just rather do it blind. So yeah, I might. But it's just like a bitch to sit down and record it when I could do something easily like Tower Climb or like CSGO, and I can actually see, how much time I've invested already and like do like a proper introduction and a proper closing. So maybe, but who knows?
You should do it. The girl asking you, she's real cutie.
Yeah,
It's pretty cute.
yeah. What's up?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
She could be one of my YouTube girlfriends. Okay.
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
How do you think Wii U's going to that? No, we already talked about Wii U, obviously. Bayonetta 2 Wii exclusive. Does that make you upset? No.
No, why?
Upset?
Why would that make me upset?
Well, I mean, if you weren't going to buy a Wii U and you really wanted to play Bayonetta 2...
That will come out
Is it
for other
exclusive?
consoles eventually.
yeah, it's not exclusive.
It's
is
exclusive,
it?
just
If-
like it's probably a timed exclusive.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't care. I didn't play the original.
Yeah. Well, did any of...
I mean, I want it. Like, it's... Yeah, I want to, but I don't.
I don't know. I never played the first. I thought it kind of looked cool, but then it just.
I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was real good.
Well, maybe we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Did any of you buy any systems that immediately died in popularity? Examples: CDI, 32X, Saturn, Virtual Boy.
Dreamcast?
Dreamcast didn't
Dreamcast.
immediately die. It was good for a little while.
My parents almost bought me a Virtual Boy.
Why didn't they?
Because the guy at Nomax, where we were going to buy it, was like, like...
I remember Nomax.
Yeah, he was like, if your kid's not 13, this could do, like, irreparable eye damage to him. So they didn't buy me a Virtual Boy. Which is a smart decision.
Typically, I don't buy any technology right out of the gate.
Hey, when you gonna get this new iPhone?
This actually is probably going to be the first release I'm going to get. I waited like a year and a half before I got my iPhone 4 after that was released. I waited like 2 years after the 360.
Hey, I wasn't asking your life story,
I'm just saying. The only reason I want to get the iPhone so soon is because the one I have now, I like severely beaten it up. It doesn't like me anymore. Yeah. So I need a replacement, so why not? Suck it.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, next question, I guess. Have any of you... Oh, that's a good question. Have any of you messed around with making game mods at all?
No.
No, not really. Smith, what were you going to say?
I messed around with something else, but not a game mod.
I did when... Because the Elder Scrolls games...
Oh, fuck, yeah, I did. Morrowind.
With, I was going to say Morrowind as well. Mike Ireland and I got pretty into that. And, like, I made entire islands and shit, and it worked. And all that. The only thing I could never get a handle on was scripting the dialogue. That was, like, the most advanced. Like, scripting the quests and stuff like that and linking them and having all the different options and stuff that you could select when talking to the people. That was... I just made, like, really sweet houses, and I pimped them out with, like, secret traps and keys and stuff, and I put vampires in caves. It was a fun time. Good stuff.
Sounds stupid.
It was actually not stupid.
My mutual friend Brad, he made a lockpick in Morrowind. It wasn't like actually like a lockpick. It was like more of like a dude's head, and it like never broke, and it was like awesome. So I used that.
That's good. Yeah, it's fun.
And he had a pillow probe, and so if you ever need to like break open a trap or something like that, you just use the pillow and do that. It's kind of neat. Like the animations were like almost like the same, except instead of the texture being a regular probe or a lockpick, it would just be a head or a pillow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my foray.
We made our own classes or races as well. Like I made the one like the war elves or some bullshit like that. They just look like dark elves, but they were much stronger. Good times. It's a good game. I miss Morrowind. I should play it.
You should.
Or I should just play Skyrim. There's some DLC and stuff for that, isn't there?
Yeah, there's the Dawnguard.
Dawnguard. There was something else though, wasn't there?
Heatfire just came out and people hate it.
Really? What is it actually? Do you know?
Fucking DLC.
Well, why would people hate DLC? I shouldn't say why would people hate DLC, but what makes them hate this DLC?
Because there's mods in the PC version that do everything that this does. But since this is released on 360, you obviously don't have access to mods.
Yeah, well, that's like sort of good thing.
Well, I mean, that's why you shouldn't have got it for the 360. I'm sorry.
Whatever. Anyways, Wii U, again, we already talked about reasonable to produce Wii U where the controller potentially costs $100 with breaks. Yeah, we already talked about it. Yeah, and even if it does break, it's like, yeah, $100 for a controller?
What?
That's about the Wii U. Like, assuming you could go to the store and buy a Wii U controller if yours broke.
Yeah, but we don't know. Like, there's no standalone price for the controllers yet. I mean, they're not selling them standalone, so we don't know.
No, but okay, let's assume like a normal 360 controller goes for like $40 or $50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Wii U's gotta be like, I don't see how they could sell it for any less than, I don't know, like $80 or $90. I mean, It's a console in itself, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, dog, I heard you like Wii U's, so I put a Wii U in your Wii U controller. So you can Wii U while you Wii U.
I need 2 Wii U controllers to play Rock Band 2 U Wii 2 U.
2. Oh,
question. Samsung or Apple? I don't like those questions.
Banana.
I have a Motorola.
I have a Samsung.
I have an Apple.
So 3-way tie. Everyone loses.
Honestly, to me, and this is the thing that's been
You're going too far.
It's been pissing me off with Reddit lately, and just any sites. Like, people argue so much about phones. Like, I just honestly don't understand it. Why are people so concerned that somebody uses this phone or that phone if they're happy with it?
Because
then
Reddit
that's
is
fine.
mostly like 16 to 23-year-old dudes.
Well, it's also like I go to The Verge a lot to get any tech news and stuff, and you just read the comments, and people are like,
Why don't you just go to me? I'll give you all the tech news that you need.
People are like comparing the Nokia's new phone, the Lumina like 920 or whatever, to the iPhone, and they're comparing the screen. The iPhone's Retina display is like 326 pixels per inch. Whereas the 920 is 332. People are like, oh, the Lumina phone is the screen's so much better because it's got like 4 more pixels per inch. You can literally not discern the difference between those two densities.
You remember the N gauge? That was
the
I do remember that. Yeah.
You had to hold it sideways to make a call.
Sometimes you just need to
like
hold
with
it
the
sideways.
screen out.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
How did that not sell?
All right.
I am a request. Somebody who bought a Nokia N-Gage.
There wasn't enough Tomb Raider games for
Is that
it.
what it is? Like Tomb Raider and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yeah.
Those are good games.
Does that date anything? Like, that dates the console so well. What were the 2 big games for N-Gage? It was the Tomb Raider and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater franchises.
Literally every fucking year has had those 2 games in it.
Well, except this year, because Tomb Raider's coming out next year.
Yeah,
there
that's
was a Tony Hawk game this year, though.
Yeah. Well, it was a remake of the first one. And the second
nobody
one.
liked it.
No one really did like
Nobody liked it. Okay, Rockley Smile wants to know what's the best kind of ice cream.
He's the best
I like
kind of ice cream.
strawberry.
The Rockley Smile ice cream.
You like what, Ryan?
I like strawberry.
Strawberry's good. I'm a Rocky Road or cookies and cream, however you want to put it, fan.
I enjoy, Moose Tracks.
What's Moose Tracks?
I don't know. Someone.
You should know if it's your favorite.
Well, it's not really I don't really have a favorite.
Fuck.
They're just good. I feel like an idiot.
You like the bubble gum
I hate
ice
it.
cream? It's got like little chiclets in it.
No, I like someone with chocolate and nuts. Oh god. God damn it.
Horse nuts.
But yeah, just horse semen ice cream.
Okay, let's do one more question.
All right.
Oh god.
Maybe 2 more. I don't know.
One more.
I don't even know which one to ask.
Oh my god.
Are you guys?
There's so many questions.
Okay, here's one I want to just say and never speak of it again. Girl gamers, good, bad, awesome, no, never, curious thoughts. For me, I think it's dumb to market yourself or just slob all over. Like, hey, I'm a girl gamer. Who gives a shit? Girls play video games.
I'm with you. Like that holds people back, man.
If I'm in a relationship or something with a girl, it's like, hell yeah, that'd be cool if you play video games, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, you play video games? Let's have sex or something. I just don't see what the fantasy is.
You'd probably be like that, though.
I would.
What? Let's have sex?
Yeah.
Well, I'd do that for pretty much
exactly.
anything, though.
For most girls, I just walk up to them and ask if they want to have sex.
Yeah.
They say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, no, girl gamers don't freaking. It's like a furry or it's like a brony. Don't identify yourself as that. Like, it just.
I'm
you're
a person who likes games. Yes.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
because you guys know I have drums or whatever, and actually it was brought up, we were at a work kind of dinner or whatever the other night, and the one was like, so Mike, you're a drummer, what do you think of this? And I was like, I'm not a drummer, I play drums. You know, I think people are too into, like, identifying themselves by these kind of professional names. It's like somebody's got an iPhone, and they're like, yeah, I'm a photographer, I really like photography, I'm a photographer. No, you're not. You just take pictures. You take photos, you ding dong. I think there's a difference. It's like casual versus professional. Anyways, this is a weird tangent, but
Yeah, just a little bit.
I just don't like, don't identify yourself. Yeah, as a girl gamer. Just you're a person. You game. You're a gamer. Maybe you want to say that. Just
You don't even have to go that far. You just be like, I'm a dude.
Yeah.
Or I'm a chick. Let's hang out.
yeah,
And if you happen to have a mutual respect for video games, then hell yeah.
play video games naked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, someday.
Someday. Fox, if we could just get naked and play video games. I have no
don't
problem.
Let's
have to fuck
dock
each
at the
other.
same time.
Do we have the capabilities to dock?
Yes.
All right, then.
So
Yeah,
what-
I'll do it.
Which one is?
Don't.
Which
Don't.
one's
Let's not.
and which one's
No, let's not get into it.
We're not going to get into that.
We're both clean. Let's just say that.
We're both good to go.
Yeah, hygienic.
Oh
So
my god.
I don't know.
Don't worry about it. We'll tell
I
you.
know
When
one of you guys is the doc.
I'm gonna mushroom slap you both.
You
in
might
the
both
face.
be docked.
You can dock a dock, really.
You can't. No, you can't.
Yeah,
do
you
that.
can, man.
Well, you can dock a dock. You can't dock and undock.
You can't both be non-docks.
Right? Yeah, this doesn't make any
Two
sense.
non-
No,
Non-docks can't get together.
you'll shoot your eye out.
Then you're just cockpitting.
That's just wrong.
All right.
Anyways, I don't know. You guys got anything else to say? I think we're done for questions.
Good. Goodbye.
Oh my god. I
It's
love
been
you
fun.
guys.
Saving Progress podcast. As always, you can find me on the YouTubes on the channel that you're watching right now.
And you can find them on Twitter.
No.
You could probably find him on Facebook.
Mm.
Oh, I have some happy kind of news. I just got 500,000 views on my channel.
Oh, that's
it's like,
good.
I mean,
That's awesome.
it's just like a weird. It kind of dawned on me today. It's like 500,000 people. Well, not people. It's probably like the same people watching it over again. It's probably just like one person refreshing the page.
It's me.
But it's just weird to think like you have. I mean, I know that's not big on YouTube scale, but that's still kind of decent amount of reach. I'm proud. Anyways,
That's big, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty insane to looking at like our views and like imagining like all these people like watching us.
It was weird, like when I was doing my test stream on YouTube, because they have a counter that is like total number of hours watched, basically, and that the way they get that is like all the people that have watched your stream and for how long they've watched it, and like multiply it together. And I was just streaming like me trying to like fix the Binding of Isaac and make it work on my stream, and by the time I finished it, it was like 3,000 hours wasted. I was like, whoa, man.
Oh god.
this is why we're in a recession.
So, it wasn't 3,000.
Northernlion.
It got up to like the mid like hundreds or something like that. So it was like 500 to 600 hours, and I was like, oh man, that's kind of crazy actually.
It was kind of crazy.
Those guys could have been doing a lot of other stuff with that time. I apologize.
Yeah, but no, they made the best decision.
I think so.
So you can find Jay Smith on Twitter and YouTube with
Yeah, YouTubes.com/whatever Smith OTI.
they don't actually add in whatever there. That's
Great
not part of
marketing.
Oh yeah, that whatever doesn't exist. It's just /J Smith OTI, and then on the twits is JSmith_OTI.
That's twitter.com, by the way.
Yeah, that is Twitter.com.
And I, of course,
And hey, Michael A.L. Fox is a guy, and you guys should all watch him and follow him.
sometimes, yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I mean, I was gonna tell them like your shit. You could do
Oh,
that.
all right. YouTube.com/Michael A.L. Fox. Twitter.com/Michael A.L. Fox.
Goodbye.
Woo! Goodbye, everyone.
I less than 3.
Goodbye.